Hey, buddy, welcome back in. How'd you enjoy that movie?
Hey, I mean, it was good, but I did notice it wasn't the movie that I was looking for. This wasn't Battlefield Baseball.
Oh, well, you said you wanted a DVD. I said we had one DVD, so that's what you got.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was hoping it was a DVD of the movie that I was looking to rent.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's a miscommunication, is what we call it. But my apologies.
Happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and rip up that IOU.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So all good. You want to go pick something else out? It's on the house this time.
Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, I was still kind of hoping to see Battlefield Baseball.
Oh, okay. Betamax okay for you?
Man, I'm telling you, if you have the film Battlefield Baseball on a format that is not Betamax and is maybe in some form, I could take VHS.
Can you get? I'm telling you to get out of here. If you, I'm sorry, man. I can't. You see that bird over there? He's been following me around. I'm trying to get him out of the store, but I swear he's taunting me. Stop watching me, bird. I'm sorry. You were saying you wanted some other form. You want like a Blu-ray?
I could work with a Blu-ray. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we got a couple of those. Here you go. Here's a Blu-ray. Again, you know, it's this one's on the house. No IOU, but I'm gonna tell you, make sure you bring it back on time. Don't be late.
It'll be here. I promise.
Okay. Well, I got it. Oh my God! You don't see that bird?
I'm not seeing a bird, man. No.
Birdman. That's a different movie. It's over on that wall. I'm talking about over here.
Well, all right, man. Good luck with your bird problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I will see you next time. Go enjoy that movie.
All right, take it easy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Shmeev Burger and Paradise Bar and Grill Rehabilitation Relocation Center for Wayward Juggalos. You are joined by your host, Shmeev. Future editing Shmeev. Please do that in a 3-part harmony. Don't like cut any of this out. Actually put the 3-part harmony right here. Shmeev. Sick. Give me another one, but harmonize it in fifths right here. Shmeev. Crunchy. And now, let's have a little fun with it. I want you to kind of edit that into the Metroid You Got an Item fanfare. Sick. All right. I am not here alone. Because if I was here alone, why the fuck would you be here? Because I need somebody to bounce some shit off of. I talked about this in the very last episode, that I need a motherfucker to bounce shit off of. Otherwise, I just ramble like a fucking madman. And I've already done that for like 7 episodes of a thing. And you know how it turned out. I don't know. No one's ever really said anything about how it turned out. But anyway, I am here with someone else, and I would like that someone else to speak the fuck up and tell us who the fuck you is.
Who the fuck I is? I'm speaking up. What's up? I'm Jeremy, a.k.a. Grit City Punk, a.k.a. Jiggles. You know me. You love me. You've heard me on some shit. And I'm here, back at the Shmeev Burger in Paradise Bar and Grill Rehabilitation Center for Wayward Juggalos. And let me tell you, I am a wayward-ass juggalo. And also, that 3-part harmony was fucking sweet, dude. You got to teach me how to do that. You. That is so fucking good. Also, like ranting by yourself on a podcast, like to yourself, just like talking to a computer. I do that all the time. Like, I don't have anybody to bounce off of. I used to, but Blade doesn't like my current stuff that I the content of my current podcast gig.
Blade's a lovable curmudgeon.
He is a lovable curmudgeon. I love Blade. Unfortunately, his mostly schedules wouldn't line up. You know the thing. That's why Juggalo Judgment is on hiatus.
Yeah, my homie is he's out there getting married and stuff and having a weird schedule.
I'm proud for him. I'm very happy for him.
So happy for my dude.
Yeah.
And me, I'm just kind of jaded and I have a hard time getting my listens into stuff.
Right.
We're in a stretch where it's all just fucking
Boondocks.
DJ goddamn Clay and Boondocks.
Yeah. I've been there. I was there, and I somehow I made it through. I came out stronger.
You know, I'm proud of you for who you've become through that.
Thank you. It's not easy.
Ain't easy.
So we're here at this Shmi Burger Bar and Grill.
Of course,
and the drinks are tasty. I had actually, I thought I was in Flavor Town for a minute because I had, just a minute ago, I had a Waterloo brand Guy Fieri special.
Oh my God.
Lemon Italian ice Waterloo sparkling water. And it's like Guy Fieri branded Flavor Town, but the flavor is lemon Italian ice.
Well,
and let me tell you, it's my favorite sparkling water. It's like literally the best flavor ever.
Nice. Well, I'm going to talk about drinks in a minute, but
okay.
You know, I brought you on here to talk about something.
You did,
and specifically something that you brought up to talk about. You handed me a list, and I said, "That's the one that you seem to be most gung ho about." And I'm also feeling it. So what is it that we're here talking about today?
Honestly, I don't even remember what else was on the list. What else was on the... Oh, I'm looking at the list right here. So it could have been SLC Punk, which is a favorite movie of mine. Awesome movie with Matthew Lillard. I mean, how can you go wrong? A young Matthew Lillard.
I just very recently watched Scream for the first time because I just never got around to it. And goddamn, He's the most in that. He's doing the most.
He is a treat in everything he's ever been in. I love
Hackers, fantastic.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Also ties in with the movie that we did pick and we just watched. There was a Scooby-Doo reference.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there was. So that would have been a really cool movie to review. Great themes, great like painful truths about anybody who's ever gone down the path of trying to be punk or trying to be alternative or counterculture or whatever. Like there's some hard truths to swallow when watching that movie. Have you seen
path to follow? I have not.
Okay, you should watch it anyways.
I'll have to get around to it.
Another choice that we had was Knights of Badassdom. I threw that in as just kind of like a what the hell ever because I saw it once and it was like a slapstick kind of thing.
Can dig that.
Yeah. And then my true wild card was Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. Have you seen that one?
I may have.
That's the one. That's the one where they go back in time and they save whales.
That's right. Yeah, Spock can talk to the whales, right? Yeah.
Yes, Spock talk to the whales.
The thing is growing up, like my dad, big time Trekker, if you want to be accurate about it. They don't like Trekkies. My dad doesn't really care though. But we had the VHS set of that where if you lined them up, it would make the Enterprise across all of them.
Yeah.
But I do not remember them like in particular because I never really watched them on my own, but I've probably seen most of them.
Yeah.
They were on in the background and stuff. But what did we end up actually watching?
So what we landed on was the 2023 soon to be cult classic, I would say. I think it
I
probably
sure
will
hope
be. So. It's called They Cloned Tyrone.
They Cloned Tyrone.
Starring John Boyega.
Hell yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Hell yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Hell yeah.
Directed by Jewel Taylor, also of Space Jam fame. Not the original Space Jam, but the new one. I haven't seen that, but I'm sure it's nothing like this one.
I imagined probably not quite the same thing.
Not quite the same. Also, I don't know if you read the credits on the movie or whatever, but Jamie Foxx had a hand
producing. I saw him in the end credits. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you're skipping over Teyana Paris, though. A very, very important starring role here.
Yeah,
More
like
so
I recognize her, but I can't think of what else I've seen her in.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I wanted her name out there because in this film,
stunning, absolute
what a fucking joy
masterpiece.
to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, she gave a masterclass on acting right there.
But as we're rolling up into this, I think we're basically getting into the joint. I feel like it's time for us to crack open a motherfucking beach beverage.
Okay.
You know? We're not getting into an album, so there's no like tracks to talk about, so
right.
It's hard to really say when we're getting into it.
Right. I think we might as well just get into it now. So I'm about to crack it open.
What do you got?
Same beverage I had, I think, last time I was here. My Captain Marvel water bottle.
Hell yeah.
The paint is like peeling away. Poor Carol Danvers here. She is worse for the wear. But it's inside the contents of this beautiful Tervis brand, Captain Marvel branded water bottle is water. Just plain water from my fridge. Filtered. Actually, I think the refrigerator that I have now is not the same one that I had last time we recorded.
Oh shit! New fridge.
That one was starting to take a shit on us, so we had to order a new one, and everything.
That's tough.
Yeah, bottoms up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got something here for you. Let me tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
Whenever I went and got my dinner, I stopped down at the Sheets. That was what I was getting for dinner, and I got myself a Minute Maid 100% orange juice, which I feel is pretty fucking beachy. A good beachy morning.
It is, and it's
even
also
though it's
kind of
nighttime.
Well, it's still daytime here, man. It's like 6 o'clock.
Not here. It's 9 o'clock. It's past 9 right now.
Shit. Oh man. But yeah, the orange juice kind of a good drink for the occasion.
I didn't even think about it.
It's not great.
It's not great,
but it's not great. But they do be drinking juice in that movie.
Let me crack this open here.
Crack it open.
Just a little pop and a puff, not a.
It didn't even come through on my end.
That is some orange juice, baby.
Yeah. I haven't had orange juice in a while. I don't think I've had orange juice since Christmas.
It's Christmas. Odd time to have some orange juice, but I don't think there's any wrong time to have orange juice, honestly.
We typically, for Christmas, we buy a bottle of orange juice to have in the fridge.
A little orange nog?
No, just straight up orange juice with our breakfast burritos on Christmas morning. It sounds terrible. No, it's a Christmas tradition. I don't know why, but breakfast burritos we cook every Christmas morning. And we have a bottle of orange juice. We typically don't really buy much juice, but we have some on Christmas.
Huh.
Don't know why. It's just something that we've done ever since we started doing our own Christmases many years ago.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hey, tradition's tradition,
Right.
You do it for any reason.
Yeah, we do it just because it's what we've always done, and it's comfortable. It's a tradition. The kids expect it.
Like cracking open a drink at the beginning of an episode.
Yes, exactly. Or like rambling on for too long before we actually get to the subject of the conversation.
And that subject is They Cloned motherfucking Tyrone.
They did. They cloned him a lot of times, and they cloned other people a lot of times.
Did. So the intro to this movie does not give you much to go off of. I mean, the title is saying a lot, but you're kind of waiting on when that's going to come in. And we're just kind of...
I didn't read the little blurb at the top of the little summary that they give you on the menu. But I don't think that it gives away too much.
No, it's definitely not spoiling anything. They're good at keeping it under wraps. But we're just following around John Boyega as Fontaine.
Fontaine.
In his day-to-day.
Not Tyrone. You would think Tyrone would be his name and being the star of the movie, but
Not
it's not.
Tyrone.
And we'll get into that
We
way
don't
later.
get Tyrones for a while.
You don't get a Tyrone for a while. So John Boyega, I didn't even realize it until like we're like halfway through the movie, and I looked at the Wikipedia page. I'm like, oh shit, that's John Boyega. No shit, that's Finn from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I'm like, God, like he looks so different. You know, he looks recognizable, familiar. But I was like,
For sure.
who is that?
I mean,
And-
he's so clean cut in Star
yeah.
Wars.
Oh yeah, a baby.
He doesn't
face in
have
Star
like the
Wars.
dreads and all that stuff.
Right.
He's not
Yeah.
mean mugging.
Right. Doesn't have a grill. Yeah. So wow, what an amazing performance that he put on. I mean, holy shit.
Oh yeah, he's killer. Like really excellent actor. Love that guy.
So we follow him as he's doing his daily routine.
He's
in the Glen, they're calling it. I don't know exactly where it's taking place. Somewhere in the South, maybe Missouri, maybe Alabama. Somewhere
it's a
around.
lot just kind of like the like any it's kind of any town, well any hood, you know. It's like
it's particularly in the South or Midwest, I would say.
It's like your GTA Grove Street thing. It's like you know, it's the neighborhood that he's in and that he
it's every town
runs
USA.
in. Yep.
Yeah, it's Springfield.
and he is a dealer, but he's more like head dealer. He doesn't have to hit the streets himself.
Right.
You know?
He's got a lot of people running for him.
He's got people collecting his money.
Right. Except for when they're not.
Yep.
And he seems to be the focal point of, I mean, conveniently, the focal point of his neighborhood and his community. Like everybody either looks up to him or they, want to kill him.
Yeah.
He's like, he's the big cheese.
Yeah. He sees some guys stepping in on his territory, dealing on his turf. A kid informs for him.
Which is great. The scenes with that kid is great. He is so desensitized to all the gang violence and the shootings and
he's just talking about SpongeBob.
Talking about SpongeBob drinking his damn Capri Sun.
Talking about how Fontaine's a Squidward.
He totally is a Squidward too. He totally is.
So Fontaine, seeing that some people are running up on his space, decides to put his grill to him, and by his grill I mean the grill of his car into their legs.
Not the grill of his mouth, but the grill of his car into Homeboy's legs.
He runs someone down.
I need to interject here real quick. The convenience store or the liquor store, I guess. I guess it's one and the same. It's a convenience store that sells liquor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every state is different. Like now we have liquor at the grocery store, but like until recently, when I say recently, I mean like 5-10 years ago. I'm old. Okay.
I feel that.
We used to only have just specific liquor stores and they would only sell liquor and that's it.
PA is still strictly state stores.
Okay. Yeah.
It was only, I mean, it was probably some years ago. It would have to be about somewhere between 5 to 10 years that we've actually got beer into stores again, because we used to have have beer distributors. So now they sell that in gas stations, convenience stores everywhere. I don't think it's in Walmarts yet, which is weird enough.
That is weird. We have liquor in Walmarts now. So I mean, it's just it's the Wild West out here. But I just need to say that the store that is in this dude's neighborhood in the Glen there, it's called We Got Drinks.
Oh yeah. So good.
We Got Drinks. It's, oh my God, man. The branding in this movie is incredible.
It is.
It's like almost offensive.
Well, I mean, it ties into what's happening here.
Exactly. Yes. So
perfectly.
So, I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with like the movie genre of the blaxploitation movie, right?
For sure.
Right. This is like towing the line on that. Like, this is like, it starts off like it's like one half that and one half like Boys in the Hood or something, right?
Right. So I'm gonna take a quick break here before we say any more, and just say, because I didn't bring it up at the beginning, that if you have not seen this movie, I highly recommend that you go watch it before you listen to this. It
yes.
is.
I believe it's on Netflix because I think it was a Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, it aired in like limited theaters at first, and then I think Netflix bought the rights to it. So it should be available to watch on Netflix. I hope.
Definitely pause this, go check it out. And I cannot stress enough how great this movie is and how you should see it before you listen to us blather on about it
and spoil it because
let
me tell you, like spoiler alert, spoiler alert, like we are spoiling the movie here. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and come back and listen to us ramble on about it because there's some twists and turns in this movie that like you don't see coming at all. Like you think this is just going to be this is just going to be a movie about some drug dealers in the hood and you're going to get some gang violence and maybe there's going to be some like high stakes, like maybe it's going to be like a heist movie. Maybe it's going to be, but like the whole thing is kind of lighthearted comedy too. Like it's actually listed as a sci-fi comedy movie.
Yep.
So it's like, you really have no idea what you're getting yourself into. And then when shit starts to happen, actually kind of early in the movie, maybe within the first like 20 minutes, is when the weird shit starts happening and you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Right. We're talking a lot less of a typical movie and a little bit more of a Undercover Brother meets Get Out.
Yes. Yeah. Get Out actually I watched recently too. So
very good movie as well.
Yeah. So well, basically what happens here is Fontaine is going about his normal shit, being a drug dealer, and
Jamie Foxx owes him money.
Right. Jamie Foxx owes him money. So he goes to where Jamie Foxx is staying at a motel. Jamie Foxx is a pimp, hearkening back to his some of his In Living Color characters, especially I wish I remember the guy's name, but the guy that was in prison and he always used the big words.
One of his girls, Yo-Yo, was talking about getting out of the game of hoeing.
Yeah, she gonna retire.
Saying that she is she's got an investment because one of her Johns was into Bitcoin, and she's like, no, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a bubble. Everyone knows that.
Right? Yeah.
Getting it on blockchain.
Blockchain. That shit's the future. It really, really it dates this movie,
But meanwhile, while Fontaine is pulling up here to get his money back, the guy that he ran down and his boss are following him because the streets don't have FMLA. Your leg's busted up. You don't got time off to take. You still gotta,
you still gotta work.
So, he's being followed at this point by rival gang.
Right.
And
rival
he stops in to get his money. He's, basically tearing apart Jamie Foxx's apartment. I'm just going to call him Jamie Foxx. His name's Slick.
Right.
Slick Charles.
Yes. Slick Charles.
I might get around to calling him Slick. We'll see.
But
I have a tendency to just call people by their names.
And I mean, Jamie Foxx is basically Jamie Foxx in any movie that he's in.
True.
Yeah. Like he could be Electro.
Spider-Man.
And it's still Jamie Foxx.
I mean, he was a little different in that,
I mean,
he played an awkward guy who just, he was a little different.
He was a little different. Definitely on the spectrum.
For sure.
Yeah,
but that's neither here nor there.
He's very much Jamie Foxx in this movie.
So Fontaine, I don't even remember if he gets his money or drugs back.
He gets some money.
He gets
some money. Yeah.
So he takes off, and a car pulls up behind him and blocks him in. And at first he's like, fucking annoyed, Yeah, right. Hits the horn. Then he kind of realizes what's happening.
A car's blocking him in, and it's the middle of the night in a parking lot. Yeah, he's about to get deaded.
Yeah. So he goes down
shooting. The guy that he ran over, it's his boss.
Yep.
A rival.
As soon as he pops his door open,
He
takes
gets popped.
6 shots, gets back into the car, kind of flops back into it, and just tries to at least see if he can drive away, rams the car a time or two, and then he's done.
It's lights out. Yeah, it's lights out.
And the
so
guy that he
then-
ran over comes over to finish him off. He does put one more in him.
Yep. And that's the death knell. And then Jamie Foxx comes out and sees that Fontaine is dead. Cut scene. Then we get basically a replaying of the very beginning of the movie. Like
Fontaine
wakes up. He goes, out to the we got drinks and grabs a 40. He talks to the homeless guy that he always talks to, who
pours him a little bit of his 40.
This guy knows some shit, right? Like, this guy speaking in riddles, the bum, the homeless dude.
Calls him like Frog or something, right?
Frog is his name, yeah. But he says, you've got to go back to see the wizard or something like that. Like,
right.
Yeah, because like this guy knows some shit, right? In some weird way.
He sounds like he's just kind of, rambling or something,
right.
Just saying words. He's not quite with it, but he's saying a bit more than than you think.
Right. So it's, I guess when this section of the movie starts off, you're thinking like, oh, wait a minute, are we getting like a retelling of the beginning? Are we going to see like
Groundhog
a different
Day
angle of it? Or yeah, but I mean, your brain isn't really thinking like this is some weird sci-fi shit. You're just thinking, okay, we're getting like a flashback of the movie. Maybe we're going to see a different angle of it, or something like that. Because you're like, this is like the lead guy, and he just got popped and dead,
right?
Like in the first 20 minutes of the movie, first 10 minutes of the movie. Are they doing some Game of Thrones shit here?
Down the street, he sees a guy walking down the middle of the street. The black van comes rip-roaring up next to him, pulls up in front of him, then drives away. He's gone.
Yep.
And he has no idea what's going on.
And mind you, this is before the recent ICE raids on cities.
Oh,
so, yeah. I mean, this is kind of more commonplace now. But at the time when this movie was made, that's like unheard of. Shit doesn't happen.
I mean, it was still. I mean, they did do it. They did it quite a bit during Ferguson too. They were disappearing people off streets then.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's a little bit weirder when it's just kind of apropos of nothing.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
On a normal day, nothing else going on. There's just a dude walking down the street and suddenly just gone.
Right. And there's also like subtle changes, like when he talks to his mom, before he leaves the house. To ask his mom if she wants anything. And the dialogue is a little bit different. Like, he doesn't have 2 sandwiches on the plate. He has 1 sandwich on the plate. When he goes up to the liquor store, the Frog, like the conversation with Frog is a little different. The
pizza box was already on his coffee table. Right, the one that the money was in from one of his dealers.
Right. Yeah. So there's like subtle changes that, like, if you're paying, like, you start to notice, like, okay, wait a minute. This isn't just like a replay of the beginning. This is like a whole new day, but it's like set to look like it's the same day, and it's like a program, or it's almost like a video game, like a role-playing type video game, where like if there's a structure to it, but like the individual monsters that you would face like come in different times or different areas of the dungeon, instead of like, it's not like the exact same, like if you're playing Mario, that like every single thing is exactly the same. If you're playing like a dungeon crawl, it's going to be
another thing that hit
different.
me was Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Shaun of the Dead? Okay, well, mild spoilers for Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
You do kind of see the same scene play out of him carrying out his day, but it's really just meant to highlight how monotonous his day-to-day is and how he does the same things each day.
Okay.
But one of the days that, like, the second day that he's doing that, the people around him are all like infected zombies and stuff.
Oh.
And it's just
okay.
But he's just so oblivious to the world around him.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. Shaun of the Dead is a fantastic horror comedy.
Okay.
Again, can't recommend that enough.
Okay. So then what happens is
he finally gets back to Jamie Foxx.
Right. He goes to see Slick Joe's because he's just like, that motherfucker owes me money. So he goes and he knows where he is this time. He didn't have to ask where he's at because he remembers, kind of. Like it's like there is some shred of like he remembers the previous day.
He didn't have to go ask the hose.
Right, he didn't have to ask the host where he's at. He already knew. And so, of course, he bangs on the door, and Jamie Foxx is like, what the fuck? I just saw you get popped and killed yesterday. What the hell are you doing in my hotel? To which, Fontaine is like, no, what are you talking? No, that never. What are you talking about?
Right.
So then they start to piece it together that like, oh, wow, dude actually did get shot. He should be dead. He's not.
Because
what the hell's going on?
Yo-Yo also directly saw what happened.
Correct. So then, what was the next thing that happened? They went to
That was when
trap house.
So yes, she remembers like where they came from, the
right,
the people who shot him and where they headed off to. And whenever he gets there, he sees a car parked outside that is suspiciously like the one that picked up the person off the street.
Right. That random event that was really weird to him.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they bust into this what they suppose is a trap house, and it looks like an abandoned house. There's like nothing in there. There's no furniture. I mean, the walls are all dirty, and it's dark. There's no lights.
Also, side note, Yo-Yo makes a reference at one point talking about because Fontaine asks if she saw him the other day, and at first she says like, she gives him a look, and he's like, not like that. Like, did you literally see me?
Yeah.
And she drops a Hollow Man reference.
Yes.
Classic. I've seen
what are you, fucking Kevin Bacon?
Right.
Hollow Man, come on.
I've seen like one scene
Jamie
from
Foxx
Hollow Man.
That's a good movie.
It's the one where they shoot him up with the stuff to try and make him, visible again, and like you can see it traveling through his veins. That's an awesome shot. There's also the shot where like the lady scientist is just kind of like falling asleep in a chair or whatever, and he shows up and he's just like touching her titties and stuff, and it's like, damn, they got her titty to move like that? That's insane. That's so cool. How did they do that?
Yeah.
Technology, man.
Right. And this was like what, mid-90s, I think, is when that movie came out, Hollow Man?
Maybe early 2000s, late 90s, I would think. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
The thing is, like commercials for it are in living memory, so I feel like it has to be like late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Anyway, they're at the trap house.
They're at the trap house, and they go into what they would assume would be like a bedroom or a kitchen or something, just another room. And it is no shit. It is a fucking break room. There's lockers. There's a TV. There's a table with like a deck of cards on it. Somebody was playing solitaire and abandoned it. Yep. There is the warm radio's coffee on. Yeah, there's a coffee pot. I mean, it just looks like a break room at like a mechanic's shop or a warehouse or something.
I can't remember what movie they said was playing because Jamie Foxx names it, and I can't remember.
Oh, shit.
It's Bruce Lee, I think.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So obviously, for obvious reasons, this seems very weird to them.
Indeed.
So why would there be a fucking break room?
So they continue searching, and
they find a fucking elevator.
They do. And I love the dynamic that starts forming here, where you have Fontaine, who is like, he wants to figure out what's going on. He's pretty gung-ho about this. He's kind of pissed off that he's confused about what's happening. He's ready to fuck some shit up. You have Yo-Yo, who would like to get back to her normal life, but also is very curious and cannot be dissuaded from carrying on because she's like, well, as long as I'm here, I am along for the ride. I'm in it to win it. I'm fucking going with this.
Right.
Over to Slick, who does not want to be involved anymore.
Okay, so, and I didn't think of that about this before, but since you mentioned it, they are the classic trio.
Oh.
You have the id, or the emotional. You have the super ego, the rational, and the ego, which is like a mix of the two. Usually like the leader, or more courageous. And perfect examples of this, Harry Potter, right? You get the trio of Harry Potter and Hermione and Ron, right? Harry Potter is the leader. He is the courageous one, brave, and he's level-headed. You have Hermione, who is the smart one, but like super annoying and like, knows everything. And then you have Ron, who's just the emotional kind of like, sometimes just there for comic relief, but like, get shit done.
Scarecrow, Tin Man Wizard, it's Tin Man Lion.
Yes. Another one is, since we talked about Star Trek, Kirk, Spock, and the Doctor.
Yep.
Dr. McCoy. Yeah. So you have the Dr. McCoy is like the emotional one. Spock is the rational, and Kirk is the leader, the courage, and kind of exhibits traits of both. He like is the reason that the other two can even stand each other.
You even see this, honestly, in duos where it's, you get that very impulsive person, the very rational, thoughtful person, and then they get to share the courage between them as needed.
Yes. Where, you create that without the bridge of that third person, who was, well, actually the first person, usually the star, the lead character. There's countless other, you kind of get that a little bit in some of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And Star Wars, you have,
of course,
you have Luke, and you have Han Solo, and you have
Chewie,
Princess Chewie, sure. But yeah, so we have our trio. I mean, it's a classic trio of characters, right? I mean, like you could have plucked these out of any hero's journey based movie, right? And so this is
getting shot was his call to adventure.
Yeah. Well, no, and this is stepping into the mystical, right?
Yep.
Part of the hero's journey, where like you realize you're not in Kansas anymore, right?
I can't believe we're applying the hero's journey to this. Let's keep going.
But it totally fucking works. The last time I talked about the hero's journey was on Underground Table episode, and we were talking about goddamn Super Famous Funtime Guys album.
I love it.
Oh god.
So this elevator
goes down to an underground laboratory, a humongous lab that's underneath the streets.
I love this lab. Glenn. You don't get these kinds of labs anymore,
No, it's totally just like classic sci-fi. Like we don't know what it is, but it's science.
Tables, lots of glass around,
lots of beakers,
flasks with colored liquids in them.
Right, and
I love that.
None of it looks practical. It all just looks like it's science-y stuff that's unnamed, and you don't know what it's for. But it's
the only thing I love more than that is the fucking Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze lab with like the colored light tubes everywhere.
Yes. Secret of the Ooze, for sure.
So this lab has a single person.
It's the night shift.
Listen to some Jackson 5. And they interrupt him and they hold him up, and he has zero information for them.
Right.
He's just he just works here. He does whatever, and so so Fontaine hands him off to Slick and says, you watch this guy, and he goes to take a look around the place.
Unfortunately, Slick had seen some white powder.
Yep. He took of course a quick check of it. And he was like, he said it ain't snow, but I can ski in it.
Right. And then Yo-Yo took a little whiff of it as well. So within minutes, they start laughing hysterically.
Yep. And he starts... Slick is speaking absolute nonsense, waving his gun around. The dude is freaking the fuck out naturally because there's a gun in his face. A gold-plated gun, by the way.
Yes, of course it's gold-plated. I mean, the dude is fucking pimp head to toe, right? So then Yo-Yo is over there with, mind you, she's wearing safety glasses, safety first, okay?
She's smart.
So that she's over there mixing two, unknown chemicals, which why in God's name would you just mix two unknown chemicals in a laboratory? But she's got her glasses on. So, it's
safe.
Yeah. And it has some kind of reaction. You don't really see it. Just like as soon as she pours it, she drops it, which causes, oh shit. Yeah. Which then causes Slick to freak out and pull the trigger on his gun and shoot the lab worker, which was not the intention. They wanted to get information out of him. Too late for that now.
He didn't have any, so...
No.
So while they're freaking out, though, Fontaine has no reaction to this whatsoever. He is otherwise engaged. And when they go to find him, it's because he is looking down at himself in a body bag on a table.
Right, with 6 shots in his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they...
Or maybe it's 3 in the chest and 1 in the head, just like Blazy Dead Homie.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to pull him out of there because he's no longer of this world at the moment.
Right.
Because how the fuck would you respond to that?
Yeah.
And...
So of course,
Yo-Yo,
his reaction is like, is this a clone of myself? But then he starts to think maybe I'm a clone of him, and that was the real me. And it kind of brings back to Batman the Animated Series, where there's this episode that starts, and you think it's Batman, and he's just doing his normal routine, and then he gets I think he gets shot or injured in some way, and it shows that he has that he's actually a robot.
Oh,
like wiring falls out, and he's looking down at himself. He's like, "What?" But no, I'm Batman. I'm a real person. And then he starts trying to grasp onto the fact that he's actually a robot, a clone, basically, impersonating the real Batman. And the whole first half of the episode, until that realization, it's from his point of view. So the audience has reacted to this too. Okay, so if he's not the real Batman, then what the hell's going on? And why does he think he's the real Batman? And has the real Batman actually not been the real Batman the whole time? And, it's some real next level kind of shit.
I was, whenever I was thinking about this, so there's a game that I used to play called EVE Online, very briefly. Sometimes referred to as Spreadsheets in Space because it is an overcomplicated MMO.
Oh, okay. It sounds like it's just my bag. I like spreadsheets.
Yeah, but part of the lore of it, and the reason why whenever you die you can still come back in it, is that basically, clones are a thing, but the way that it gets around kind of the weird part of cloning where, you think of if somebody clones you and you're still you and that clone is you, then it's well, how is that still me if I'm me and all that stuff, all this kind of bullshit. Yeah. And the way that it works in there is that clones are just kind of empty husks. And whenever you are, blown the fuck up, your consciousness is whisked across space into the nearest clone waiting for you. Okay. So that's how it kind of carries on this idea that, it's still you and not a different and
that's kind of what's happening. That's what's happening here is they're bringing the body of the dead clone back to the lab, and somehow they don't really get into the mechanics of how it works, but they put the memories.
They're speed loading memories into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Into the new clone that they decant. As we learn later.
Yes. So, Yo-Yo takes them back to her grandma's house.
Right, which is also, this is great because they get to the door and the first thing I notice is the goddamn weather stripping is falling off the front of the door.
That is.
That's a great touch. That is a choice that was made by the set designers.
Yep.
And have just doors and walls are dirty, in places where they would be dirty, around the door handle, is black with grease and stuff.
It's so nostalgic, man.
Yeah. It's a lived in universe, to bring in another Star Wars reference, right? So Also, like, you don't ever see her grandma, right? This is her grandma's house. You don't ever see her grandma. And just like at Fontaine's house, you never see his mother. Like, supposedly she's home, she's in her room, and he talks to her through the door, which is, it kind of brings back onto another stereotype, which this movie is full of, like, black stereotypes that are blown wide open in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, like, the absurdity of the stereotypes is exposed, but also, like, you know, there's just, like, you know, help me out here. Like,
it's kind of playing on the reality behind the stereotypes,
yes,
and what they actually mean, and not like,
right.
You know, it's not so simple as like, oh, this is just what they're like.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's reasons behind how things end up in this way.
Right. So his mom is the stereotypical mom who is just in her room watching TV and doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah,
And like,
she's watching her shows.
She's watching her shows. She doesn't do shit.
She has an excuse ready anytime that he asks her if she wants food. She's like, no, right. I already ate and this or whatever.
Yeah. I had the so-and-so had fish fry and I'm still full.
So in Yo-Yo's room, by the way, I love all the details in there. It's so nice.
Yeah.
She has a full collection of Nancy Drew novels.
Yes.
She's really into Nancy Drew.
Her bedroom is like, it's like frozen in time from when she was like a preteen, it looks like, right?
Right.
But like, obviously she's an adult and she is a hoe. She's a hooker. She's out on the streets.
Yes.
But this is her grandma's house where she still has a room.
Mm-hmm.
But this room looks like it hasn't changed since she was, you know, probably 10 years younger, right?
Yep.
Which is, it's beautiful, man.
It is.
Because it shows, like, it shows where, like, her as a person, like, big fan of Nancy Drew, you know, it shows that before her life of hoeing, she was just your typical girl who liked just typical girl things.
Yeah.
Right. And like there was some mentions, early on, I think when they were in the lab, or maybe it was before then, that she was retiring, from hoeing. She wanted to, like, actually, she was, you know, the stereotypical, I'm saving for college, right? Except for, like, she actually was, because she, like, was trying to, like, do something in, like, chemistry or, like, medicine or something. Like, she was actually a good student pursuing, like, these types of dreams.
Yeah.
But then at some point, like, the streets came calling, and, you know,
life gets in the way of life, man.
And she fell into the trap, which is another thing that is mentioned so many times in the movie, of the trap of the ghetto, the trap of selling drugs, the trap of selling your body, the trap of, you know, living and trying to survive in a violent and place where the cards are stacked against you from day one.
Yep. And so we have her, you know, they're trying to figure out what the fuck's happening here. You know, there's two Fontaines. Fontaine got shot to death, yet here he lives. And right. she's talking about how, you know, there's some shit going on, and but then she's also like
some kinky mystery shit's going on.
She says, like, with Nancy Drew, it's always like some kinky shit that she's getting into or whatever, but then it turns out it's just some, quote, regular degular missionary position vanilla shit.
Yep. Great quote.
I love that. 10 out of 10.
I think I want to get a sound clip of that, honestly.
It was around this point where, combined with an earlier part of the movie where you see a commercial for a fried chicken joint.
The goddamn.
Yes, that I was suspecting a little bit of undercover brother shit going on. And what would happen not so long after this? That they all decide to go to the chicken joint to talk things out.
Well, no, so we skipped out on they went to sleep, and then Yo-Yo woke up and Fontaine was already gone. So Fontaine had left first thing in the morning.
That's right. He went and got his crew. Yeah.
He got his crew who were just like, yeah, sure, we'll come with you. What are we doing? And he never tells them. So they kick down the door of this house, what was the same trap house from the night before. And it's a regular house, fully furnished with just regular family stuff.
Looking lived in.
Yeah, lived in. And fucking Fontaine is like, what the shit? Like, there was like a lab here last night. What the hell? So then he just bails and his boys are just...
one of his boys, the way that he was talking for a minute, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was reminding me a little bit of, I can't remember which scary movie, I think it was 3 or 4, where they, at one point they have like an argument about rats and mice, how, if it's inside, it's a mouse. If it's outside, it's a rat.
Okay.
They have like these same kinds of things back and forth where somebody says something and the other one's just like, you said some real shit there, man.
Right. The dialogue in this movie.
The guy just talks like that, and I'm like, so
the dialogue in this movie is incredible, especially just like the side conversations that are just like happening that like are not the focal point of the movie right at the minute. It's just, I mean, it's outstanding. Like, when they wrote this movie, like, they were on some shit, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like, down to every detail of just like how the characters interact with each other. It's just, I mean, it's brilliant.
It is very just... I don't know, just attention to detail is insane here.
Yeah, the one guy that's got his little personal fan always pointing at him.
I love it.
He just walks around with a fan blowing in his face all the time.
He's so good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So then Fontaine goes back to Yo-Yo and Slick and is like, what the hell? The lab is gone. The trap house is gone. It's just some regular shit. And then one of them, I think it's Yo-Yo, says, let's go get something to eat. So then they go to the goddamn fried chicken restaurant, which you see commercials for earlier in the movie. And it's, it's popping. It's the place to eat in this part of town. And
line out the door.
A line out the door, right? Really popular. So they start eating the chicken and they start laughing.
They start breaking down what's happened, the facts of this case.
Right.
And at first, it seems like Slick and Yo-Yo are just laughing at the absurdity of what they're saying.
Right.
And Fontaine's, giving them this look of like, you're fucking laughing right now at the situation that I'm in. But then, it starts to catch him too. And it just kind of seems like he's realizing the absurdity of it too. And then Slick mentions that he's never even seen Fontaine laugh before, and he's, they keep laughing about it. And he says it a couple times and then he's finally like catches what he's saying. He's like, I've never seen this man laugh in my life. What the fuck is going on here?
And then he mentions the Coke or the supposed Coke from the lab that made him and Yo-Yo start laughing out of nowhere uncontrollably.
And he sees everyone else in the restaurant.
Right. It pans around the restaurant and everybody in the restaurant is just having the time of their life, just yucking it up. Right. And everybody's just, it really zeroes in on the chicken and them eating the chicken, laughing. And I mean, talk about a fucking stereotype, right? Like they put something in the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They sure the hell did.
Yep. The thing is like, even at this point, it almost seems because Slick, immediately just swipes the basket of chicken off the table. And even at this point, in my head, I was thinking like, Slick's being fucking weird here. Like, Not so much that he's being like overly weird because weird things are happening, but it seems really like he's like diving down a red herring rabbit hole on this one, because it's just, it seems so stupid and so on the nose and so Undercover Brother again, that it wouldn't be that.
It seems so obvious that you would think, no, this can't be it.
So Yo-Yo decides to turn on her charms and
to the restaurant manager, who the restaurant manager kind of looks suspiciously like the lab guy. I don't know if you picked up on that.
I did a little bit, yeah.
The lab guy, the restaurant manager, the guy that works at the liquor store, they all are like mixed, right?
Yeah.
So like they're not fully black. They're actually like pretty pale skinned, but they've still got, you could tell, that they have some mixed.
It's in the hair.
It's in the hair. It's quite literally in the hair. But the skin is really light. And they act really white.
Yes.
Right. And that's going to come up again later. And I don't know if you made that connection, but I
didn't quite on that level, but
okay, but it'll come up later.
Yeah. So she takes him into the back office to try and, well, seemingly to just fuck him, but she's using it as a cover to do some
to do Nancy
some espionage.
Drew.
Yes. And that was where I had to ask the question. Did Nancy Drew ever have to do anything like this? Did Nancy Drew fuck? Was she freaky?
I think those books got banned.
Okay. I also think Nancy Drew was like a teen, so I'm not really sure if that's really an appropriate thing. But maybe in like the later Nancy Drew things,
It could have been. I think there was some heavy editing happening to the Nancy Drew books, though.
Nancy Drew's got to be in like her 70s by now, so
I'm sure. Yeah.
So she could get it.
Fuck away. Fuck away. Yeah. So Yo-Yo finds out that in this manager's office, there are closed circuit TVs with cameras everywhere, right? Like at the liquor store, in the restaurant, at the church, strip club. There's cameras everywhere, and he's got notes that he's been taking about reactions that people have had to the chicken, and things start to come together. Yo-Yo's like, holy shit, this is some way bigger shit. Like, people are doing experiments on us and everybody in our neighborhood. And she specifically says, when she's explaining it to Fontaine and Slick, that the cameras are only on the Glen, the area the neighborhood that they live in. And they still never really say like exactly where this is, I don't think.
No,
but
just a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Here's where we know it is. It's not in New York. It's not in Tennessee. Right. It's not in LA.
Right. And it's not in Chicago.
Right.
So like, okay. Missouri, like nobody really has like a thick, like a Southern accent or anything. So I'm thinking like, but like judging by like the look of everything, like the environment, the scenery, I would say Mid-South, right?
I could see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Missouri, Kansas,
little central U.S. kind of thing.
Yeah, flyover state. Definitely flyover state.
So, as they're walking out, I love that while they're walking past the huge line outside, she's like really low key trying to warn people, like, "Don't eat that chicken. Don't eat it." God. So, I don't remember how they end up going to the barber shop. Why do they end up at the barber shop? Oh,
I don't know. Oh, but the
hair products.
Yes, I mentioned the laughing plague though when they were in the restaurant.
Yeah,
and then but it specifically made me think of like dancing plague, which is a very, very strange phenomenon that you can look up on Wikipedia. It's fucking wild.
I don't know what this is.
Okay,
because you mentioned it, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, look it up.
Will do.
And then Slick mentioned something about fucking Berenstain Bears. It's like some kind of conspiracy, like
like 9/11,
like 9/11 of the Berenstain Bears. Oh man, yeah. So that's good shit.
And so while they're checking this out now, they're starting to realize now, like that. I think it was just that they were looking into the places that these cameras were set up in.
Right, and
because
one of them was
they
the
go
hair
to check
salon,
out the barber shop and the hair salon. They have hair product there that is
right,
being used to the same ends as the chicken.
Right, it's the perm cream, right?
Yes,
and the slogan is straighter is greater.
Yes,
and something that was said, actually, Yo-Yo said it earlier in the movie. She said the block is hotter than a fresh perm. Fucking great line.
It is.
And I think that could be like the tagline for the movie.
Right.
The block is hotter than a fresh perm.
As they are leaving, they followed a truck there, didn't they?
Yeah. No, that's
because out of the barber shop is where Slick ends up in that truck.
In the truck, and the truck is full of boxes of grape drink.
Yes. So he's
literally
checking out this
drink.
truck while they're inside the barber shop,
right,
investigating in there.
Right.
And all of a sudden Fontaine is confronted by his rival gang leader, whose name I never really got. I think it's Isaac, actually.
It is Isaac, yes. The one who shot him. Shot him dead. But, of course,
he wasn't
Fontaine
the one.
has no memory.
He didn't do the final shot, but he definitely did some of the shooting.
Yeah. But Fontaine has no memory of that.
Right.
But Yo-Yo knew it happened.
And Yo-Yo is trying to defuse the situation and get them out of there. Fontaine's just like, I don't want to fucking talk to this guy. I want to get out of here. Yeah. And Slick, meanwhile, is in the back of this truck as it's starting to drive away.
Yeah.
And now Yo-Yo is trying even harder to end this conversation. And so when she finally kind of manages to drag Fontaine away and he starts walking away, there's a fantastic fucking moment where Isaac, says something about seeing him later and goes to do a threatening little gesture by placing his hand on his gun, but he has the fucking barber cape on, so you can't see.
And so they're just like looking at him like, "What are you doing?" And then
swipes the cape
realizes
aside so they can see that he's holding his gun.
Hilarious.
Trying to be cool and show off your gat. Just fuck it up. There's so much just good moments in this where it's
because this is a comedy movie. Like
it maintains a very good serious tone while still being fucking hilarious. It's really good at balancing that out.
Yeah,
because it's
perfect
like the
balance.
Yeah, because the moments aren't like just slapstick for slapstick's sake. They're also a little bit real in a way. It's like it's like this moment where like something awkward happens and it's like, that's fucking real. How many times have you tried to do something cool and it's just been like,
how many times have you tried to flex and show your gun and then not realize that nobody can see it because you have a fucking barber cape over? I mean, at least 2-3 times, I'm sure.
A day?
Yeah.
From here, they track down that truck to a church. Actually, they track it down by going back to the liquor store.
Right, and
chatting with Frog. And he's once again just talking in riddles and stuff. He says, like, where do you go from Babylon or whatever? Which leads
first he said something about like, who do you go, who do you ask when you need answers?
Yeah,
and
they,
like,
the church, obviously, and the big man upstairs.
Yeah. Right.
And he says like the big man points where you need to go or something like that. Yeah. And then the Babylon thing, which brings them to Mount Zion Church.
Zion Church. Yep. And where there's another mass hysteria happening, which, if you're not familiar with the dancing plague, that was a mass hysteria. Another mass hysteria was the satanic panic in the 80s.
Yeah, well,
and yeah, and
that's
so
fueled a different way.
well, correct, but throughout history there have been documented cases of mass hysteria where people are just compelled by unknown forces to all just do something they wouldn't normally do.
The odd thing about this, here's the thing. I've never been to a black church service, but I have been to a black funeral.
Okay.
It's a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it just straight up is. There's a lot more over the top kind of reactions happening, like a lot more expression of grief. I feel like Richard Pryor has a bit about it, actually. Like he talks about, like, if you go to like a white funeral and all that stuff, it's people like, quietly sobbing, dabbing their tears and all that stuff. Right. And he says like black funerals, like, wow, Jesus, don't take me through and all this stuff. Yeah, it really is like that. And it's the same thing as the Blues Brothers scene in the church. Like, gospel churches are crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because there's so much more expression of grief and of
like that scene is definitely, elevating a bit. But it's not that far off, man.
right. And it kind of plays on the I think that the Richard Pryor one especially, it plays on the old saying that, and the stereotype of white people being boring and non-expression, and we're getting to that again later too. Having bland food, probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. We'll get there. But yeah, so they're in this church, and it seems like a typical, black church. The gospel music, and like the preacher is just over the top. He's, oh my God, the Lord, and then you get the lady with the tambourine, and everybody's, it's call and response. You're getting all that kind of stuff. But then it starts to go like way overboard, and like you start to realize like, something ain't right here. Like,
and you're seeing
these people are acting weird. There is a bottle of grape drink, the same grape drink that was in the truck. The truck delivered the grape drink to the church
for the communion.
That was the blood of Christ. Was the grape drink, and so all these people are drinking the grape drink, and it's having a similar reaction to what the chicken had, and the mysterious white powder in the lab, where it just makes them high and giddy and just forget all their worries. The preacher says, it doesn't matter if you can't pay your rent. It doesn't matter if your brother got shot in a Wendy's parking lot. He's like the things that he said are so like weirdly specific. Like, okay, like, are these like problems that these people in the congregation are currently facing, like to the exact letter? Right. And this grape drink and this Holy Communion and this, gospel is making you forget it. Just like the fried chicken is making you forget that you live in a shithole, that you live in a terrible place. And, there's no way out of the trap because it is the trap of the ghetto. And so the grape drink and the fried chicken and the perm cream are there to make you forget about those problems and just carry on as if nothing is wrong.
Yup.
Which speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm. And so after this service is over...
I don't remember when I made this note, but I made this note somewhere between the chicken place and the church, I think. I just wrote capitalism's greatest lie.
Yeah. This is I've said before that I really appreciate a movie that will shout its message to you as loud as possible directly in your face and just keep fucking beating you over the head with it. And this one is doing that. This does it in such an artful way.
It's
It's so Oh my
the
God.
message is being beat into your brain. Like, you don't have to watch it multiple times or like really think about it. Like, it's right there for you. Like,
Yep.
it is in plain English what this movie is trying to tell you, but it's still doing it in a very unique, clever, and thoughtful and artistic way.
Mm-hmm.
That is just, I mean, it's revolutionary.
Yeah. So after this service is over, they're, chilling in the empty church, looking around for any kind of hints, and
They see white Jesus pointing.
Fontaine sees the Jesus pointing.
Right, yeah.
And he lifts up the cloth over the altar and finds a little key card dealio, and they have a key card that was in the van, and it opens up another elevator.
Another elevator. An elevator to heaven. No, an elevator down to the lab again. The same lab.
Back to the lab
section.
again.
Back to the lab. And this is where my favorite scene in the movie happens. They get down to the lab and like they see that there are lab workers everywhere just carrying on business.
Mm-hmm.
They are able to get some lab uniforms with like headgear.
Well, they borrowed it off of.
They borrowed it.
Three nice lab workers.
Right. Who didn't want to get shot. So they're rolling incognito through the lab, and there's just like they're seeing black people being tested on, and they're seeing
held in padded rooms.
Right. Being exposed to aggressive rap music, and they're fighting, and then they change the music to like some slower R&B, and they're like hugging each other.
It out.
Yeah, right. And like from the very beginning of the movie, and like this realization starts to sink in that at the beginning of the movie, the very first scene at the We Got Drinks liquor store, there's a guy in the parking lot selling mixtapes, selling CDs of I've got that new ruckus. And you hear it on the radio. Whenever there's like a part in the movie where like you hear a little bit of the radio, they mention this is new from Ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you see in the lab that the lab employees are playing different things from Ruckus. And that is just like it's mind control is what they're doing.
Yes.
And they're doing it through the powder that's in the foods and in the perm cream. They're doing it through subliminally through the music. But as promised, my favorite scene in the movie, they're walking by two white dudes, like really like dorky, preppy looking white dudes in the lab. And they're just like having a casual conversation. It's like all the lab people are just having casual conversations. Like they're not experimenting on humans for nefarious purposes, right? Like It doesn't bother them that they're doing. They're obviously it's just a job and they're carrying on. But so the one guy says to the other, "Oh, so I've made like the best chicken or whatever. Like no salt, no pepper. It just you cook the flavor of the natural flavor of the chicken." And it's so fucking hilarious because it's that old stereotype that white people eat bland food.
That we have colonized 90% of the fucking world for their spices and don't fucking use them.
Right. And also that they are experimenting on and brainwashing people using spice in fried chicken. That is, like...
Yep.
In these black areas, like predominantly black areas in the South and the Midwest, where like there's places that are famous for their fried chicken. Like that is a thing that, is a cultural mainstay is fried chicken. And, here these fucking scientists are using that as a tool to program and brainwash all these people, but yet they're casually talking about how they cook chicken with no spices because it tastes better.
Yeah. It is.
The absurdity of it is so fucking incredible.
This is, in the words of the prophet Yo-Yo, some sex dungeon mint chocolate chip bukkake shit.
Thank you for writing that
Which
down.
is such a good payoff from her prior statement.
Of the missionary vanilla shit. Okay. Oh yeah. So they're seeing all this shit, and of course, Fontaine wants to just start shooting it up. Wants to like get revenge because he still doesn't understand exactly what's happening, but he's starting to think like, okay, like I'm not real. I was made in this lab apparently.
Yeah,
and that's what's going through his head. Like
Slick also during this
is wondering,
because he finds himself in a cloning pod because they come upon
multiple.
They find the little pods and stuff and start decanting them.
Yes.
Which means to pour liquid into another container, usually for the purpose of removing impurities from it. Isn't that interesting? Right. But in this case, it really just kind of means draining it. I guess technically they're leaving the person behind in it, but...
That's the impurity.
That...
wow.
I wasn't gonna... I ain't saying that. Jesus Christ.
My God.
Hey, you want to... Oh, man, I might have to edit something out.
Not that I'm saying it's the impurity. I'm saying that that's what, you know...
Oh, my God.
This, because to get to the payoff of the whole purpose of this, like... Okay, we said we weren't going to go like scene by scene on the movie.
But we're doing it
here
anyway.
We are. But we're doing it. But I'm just going to blow the doors off right now and say that the whole point for this is for cultural and racial purity. It's eugenics.
Yes.
It is basically they are trying to assimilate black people into white culture.
I was going to say it's assimilation. It is.
Yes.
It's very much about removing any kind of uniqueness from another culture because it's just incompatible with the majority culture in the country. So everybody has to be flattened down into the same thing. You can't have any of that other stuff that makes you. And that's the way that we achieve unity, not through uplifting people who are in these situations. No. We want to keep them down there unless they're white. And the only way to fix it is to make them white. There's nothing else that could be done. Right.
No, there's nothing else that could be done to fix the black problem, I guess, is what they're looking at.
Right. It's almost a... you almost kind of get like a... like Black Republican vibe out of it, where it's like they see it as that they are helping their community by doing this, you know, by saying like, no, you have to become the white man. That's the way that we'll get ahead and that will finally, you know, achieve our dream and all that stuff. And they're kind of just lying to themselves about it because they should know that that's never going to work with the people that they're trying to, you know, appease. And, you know, you can never actually become white, but this is like that idea, you know, really realized fully in a sci-fi way.
Yeah. Right. Well, and it's, you know, it points to the exact same thing as, like you said, the Black Republican, who is accepted in white supremacy because they are useful.
Yep.
Until they are not useful anymore, then they are discarded. You look at people like Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, he was the number one in my head during this movie.
Yes. Because he is a tool for the Republican Party and for, you know, all the MAGA agenda.
Happy to look into the curtailing of his own rights to marry to be married to his wife.
Right. I have a word for that. It's called race traitor.
Yeah. It's not one that I particularly feel comfortable throwing out myself. Don't feel like it's my place. But I think if anyone deserves it, it's fucking Clarence Thomas.
Right.
I don't know that I'd be hard pressed to find anybody who would really be, all that offended at saying it about Clarence Thomas of all fucking people.
No. Which is why we need term limits for fucking Supreme Court justices, right? Who decided that this motherfucker needs to be a judge for life? Like, for life. You can't just have the president appoint somebody and then he serves for his entire life? That's asinine.
Unless it's a short life. Not that I'm saying. Not that I'm saying. I'm just saying. I mean, if we can't lower one limit, then I mean, I'm just saying that's kind of the only way that their term ends, and that So if their term is going to end, then that's the way that it has to happen. And that's, I'm not saying that should happen. I'm just saying that that's kind of just the reality of the way that it will happen, is that it will happen by them dying. And I'm not saying whether or not that should happen, but it will happen because that's the fate of all humans to one day die. And I'm not saying why or how it will happen or anything.
Not just. But you know that
I'm really just spitballing here.
So we're getting off on a tangent, but we're still pretty spot on.
Yeah. So after this point is where we get introduced to the person who seems like our primary villain.
Seems like it.
We get Kiefer Sutherland. Fucking Jack Bauer's here.
Right, Kiefer fucking Sutherland. Right? The Lost Boy himself.
The man who jumped into a Christmas tree. Have you seen that?
What movie was that?
It wasn't a movie. This is like a party or something where he was drunk. There's a short. It's a very short video clip that you can look up of him just saying like he's like slurring his words very clearly. He says, "And that would explain everything." Then he turns around and jumps into a Christmas tree.
Oh wow, that sounds great.
It's so good.
Kiefer Sutherland. I like Kiefer Sutherland. He's a likable. Well, not like when he plays a villain. Like his role here, like. He does it good. Like
he definitely gets into his roles.
Oh yeah, he is good at just like a maniacal like. Yeah, so he basically tells them all that, or the three of them. He tells the three of them, our hero trinity, that they're all just pawns, and this is an experiment. And the reason that they keep cloning. The drug dealers and the pimps, and they keep that. It's to keep the rest of the neighborhood down. It's to keep gentrification from happening so that they could run their experiment, because without the drug dealers and the pimps, there would be three Starbucks on that corner. And then their little experiment wouldn't be able to happen anymore. So
the crazy thing is that he says that as though it's, a benefit to them. Where, in a way, yes, gentrification is a fucking scourge on this planet, but it's a downstream effect of capitalism. Once again, like that is the thing that it is. All of these major corporations moving into a place and slowly eroding the community with basically cheap products and
turning the neighborhood into some missionary vanilla type shit.
Yes.
Yes,
and destroying local businesses, because they can't compete with the thing that makes like Walmart such a scourge on the planet is that it can afford to run at losses. It can move into a neighborhood and for years, for decades, can run at a loss because it's making so much money elsewhere, and they can price everyone else out. And people aren't making enough money to keep supporting local. It's not feasible for us anymore. And we have no choice but to go to this place and perpetuate this. Everywhere else goes out of business. The other like 16 Walmarts that opened in the area closed down, leaving just the one. And now
And then you have
profit.
food deserts.
Yep.
And like I said, it's capitalism's greatest lie is that, corporations like opening up a Walmart in a town is a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
You're creating jobs.
Right. You're creating jobs. You're creating competition, which always yields benefits for everybody, right? When you have corporate competition, you have lower prices, you have competitive markets and all this other shit. It's all a fucking lie.
Whenever people were talking about that Target that got burned down, and they were like, why are they destroying the Target in their own neighborhood? Well, you think that that's their Target? You think they fucking own the Target? You think that that's actually, like, providing for them in any real way? You think that that Target is actually economically raising anybody out of fucking poverty?
No.
Get fucking real.
No, it's it's the place that you have to shop because there's no locally owned businesses, and it's a place where people work, they employ people, but yeah,
you ain't fucking getting out of the hood with that.
Right.
And we shouldn't be like, we shouldn't be a society where there are areas that we just say, no, that's just a place that you have to get out of. Why can't that be a place where people can live? Why can't we, have that? Like, why can't that neighborhood be a place that people can live in, that people can thrive in?
Right.
It's
why does it have to be the trap of trying to escape the ghetto or escape a bad part of town or, escape a failing town? A failing city, an urban area that's got, the quote unquote urban blight, right?
Right.
So why does that have to be something you need to escape? Why can't that be something that's where you live? That is, that area is full of culture and people and uniqueness that can't be found anywhere else because every place should be unique. But when you have the Starbucks, the Target, which, by the way, two places that I regularly shop at. But again, there's not a lot of, options because capitalism. So, when you have a Target and a Walmart in every town, when you have a Starbucks on every corner, like every place starts to look the same.
Mm-hmm.
You are not getting the salt and pepper. You are getting the flavor of the chicken. Which, let me tell you, that's not a flavor.
Yeah, it doesn't have any.
No, it doesn't. That's not a flavor. Like, you need the salt and the pepper. You need the chili powder. You need the paprika. You need the cumin. You need, I'm
going to blow people's minds for a second here, all right?
Okay.
There are a lot of people out there who will talk about fucking tofu and all that stuff not having flavor. It is the same as chicken. Chicken just has a different texture to it. And I got to say, I like the texture of chicken, the kind of like stringiness of it. Not stringy in terms of like stringy chewy or anything like that, but it has like the strands.
Right.
It's like string cheese, but without any flavor.
Right.
That flavor that you're getting out of it, it's garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. That's chicken, baby. You can put it on anything and you'll be like, chicken. That's the fucking reality of it, okay? Get over yourselves. God damn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
during this scene is also where I had to do this. I had to take a little moment here and just say that Yo-Yo looks fucking good in general. But that like dark green lipstick that she has for like the beginning and middle part of the movie.
I wanted to mention that because honestly, like that's a good look.
It is. It's so good. God damn.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, they're cornered by Kiefer Sutherland and also the entire town basically that was at the club and was being controlled by the music and the white DJ spinning up the mind control songs
during a dancing plague.
Yeah, so they're cornered by him, and they're getting ready to gun him down and all that stuff. And he says a thing that is like a mind control trigger for all of the clones. And it stops Fontaine and Slick, but not Yo-Yo.
Not Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo is herself. I don't think that. I believe she is just not a clone. Is the thing.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think
it's just that the pimps and the drug dealers are the ones that are clones.
Well, the other thing is, I don't think there are any women in the clone tanks. Are there?
There was.
There were.
Because
okay.
Yeah. When you don't actually see any of them until they all come out at the end.
Right. Because the thing is, so I'm just gonna say something here because I did it for the first movie. There's a thing that I look for in certain kinds of movies. It's not really this kind, but I was expecting it at some point. You know, I like to count the TTT, which is the time to titty. You see it a lot usually in your 80s action flicks and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Time to titty is usually like 5 minutes, maybe less.
Yeah.
This one didn't happen. So
no. There was plenty of naked people at the end of the movie, but they were all covered. Like
no titty.
There was not a single. There's not even gratuitous. There was just none of it.
No.
There was no.
You know, good for it.
Yeah. Because I mean, now listen. I like some nudity in a movie. I do. Sure. Don't get me wrong. I do. Like I like a good, raunchy R-rated, romp of a movie that has some tits and ass or even some schlong. Yeah. But this shows that you don't need it.
Indeed.
You don't need it. And even though like the whole movie is centered around pimps and hoes, like there's none.
Indeed.
So good on them. Good on them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he uses his mind control thing to express that he has basically complete control over them and all that stuff. And, like he's literally able to just order them and they will do what he's saying. He has Fontaine put the gun in his mouth and all that stuff, and he's about to have him kill himself. But then he, drops them and says, and he heads out. So now is the dark middle chapter in the hero's journey. This is where the refusal of the call.
The
right?
refusal of the call. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Where Fontaine just is like, oh, it's over. It's defeated. I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. There's nothing that I can do. He has just given up, and he is just, I was made in a lab. He says, I'm just supposed to be a drug dealer. So that's just what I'm going to do because that's all I am good for.
He's seen the cycle. He's seen the role that he's expected by society to fill. He's already been cast as that. So might as well just do that because what better could he expect?
Right.
Exactly.
When you look at the revolving door prison system, which is part of the trap.
How can you fight this system? It's too big.
Because you go to prison for, petty robbery or, minor drug charges, and then you are now a felon and you've done prison time. When you get out of prison, what can you do? You can't really get a job very well.
The box, right? So the only thing that you know how to do is to repeat what got you in prison in the first place because your options are nothing. Which speaks a lot to like punitive justice is not effective. Yeah. The prison system does not rehabilitate because it's not supposed to. No.
It's just supposed to keep people in the system and keep them in the trap.
Yep. And once it sets them back out on there, where do they go? Right back into it because no money.
And this is such an exaggerated and over the top portrayal of that cycle, of that loop, to where he is literally a clone who is a drug dealer and a criminal, and when he dies, he comes back to do it again. It's like, you know, it's like going to prison and then coming back out of the streets, and you just do it again because you have no other options. And so that he has conceded to the fact that this is all he is.
Yep. What's your skill set? You know, what do you,
right. Which is
what can
something
you apply
that
it to?
so many people fall into that. What am I good for then? This is all I know how to do. This is all I'm known for. This is what society expects of me. When, you know, people are portrayed and typecast as criminals and drug dealers and pimps, and, you know,
it's
people cannot be defined by the worst thing that they've ever done.
No, it's a crazy thing, because people will look at that and say, like, well, how could you do that to your own community, et cetera, et cetera? You know, like, how could you be doing that and all that stuff? And it's like, it's the only way that a person can find to survive. And in a lot of ways, it's also the way that they are trying to help the people closest to them in their community. They don't have any other way to do it. And it harkens to things like when there's an emergency on a plane, right? And your fucking mask comes down. What do? Put your own on first before you help other people. Because you can't help other people if you're not fucking conscious.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And in that same vein, there's no way for them to help other people when they're fucking broke. There's no way for them to do anything for anyone when they're fucking broke. They have nothing of their own. So what else can they do? What else will get them enough to help more than one person? Because a job sure as fuck isn't going to help you support anyone besides yourself, if even just you.
Yeah, which is the trap.
It is.
And it is capitalism's greatest lie. You know, that, you know, you have to lift yourself up out of your situation, pull up your bootstraps, and, you know, assimilate and be, you know, like everybody expects you to be, and you will, you know, succeed. And it's just not fucking true, especially when, you know, you have an economic terrorism. Basically is what this fucking movie is showing. And it's a sci-fi movie. It's completely exaggerated. It's so fucking far over the top. But when you break it down to just what is happening, it's very much what our capitalist system of government, you know, is doing to us. Now, obviously, they're doing it to Black communities, like, heavily, and have been for hundreds of years. But like, it's not just them. And Kiefer Sutherland even mentions it. Chinatown. He mentions, you know, the barrios. It's not a race thing. It's a class thing.
Yep. And it's, oh man, it's insane, because it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's exaggerated in this, but also the point is that whenever people tell you just the reality of it and lay the facts out, your eyes just fucking glaze over and you're like, well, but what about there's always a choice. So they're saying, all right, let me fucking break this down for you. Let me put this in such a blatant fucking way that even the most ignorant motherfucker could see it and understand what's happening here.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because yes, everybody does have a real choice. Everybody has their own choices to make.
Sure.
But sometimes none of those choices are good.
It's the Sophie's choice, which
my God
mentioned. Right? Like, what do? Do you know, he says, do I kill you? Or do you just pretend this never happened and just go about your business?
Right.
Keep doing the same thing that you always have done.
And that's the thing. It's almost the choice that people always want, like, minority communities to make, where it's like,
right,
all right, are you going to choose to, nobly starve to death in poverty? Or are you going to go and be the evil bad guy doing what you can to survive? What an awful person you are for trying to fill your stomach.
Right.
How dare you? Instead of fucking dying.
Right. It's the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
Which is capitalism.
I almost feel like
you have unlimited choices. Like, you go to the fucking grocery store, you buy toilet paper. There are 15 different brands of toilet paper, and each toilet paper brand has like there's an 8-pack, there's a 12-pack, there's 2-ply, there's 3-ply, there's all these different choices, but it's all the same goddamn thing.
And every single one's made by Procter & Gamble.
Exactly. And it's all they give you all these different choices because they want you to think like, oh, wow, this is so great. Look at all these options we have. But it's the only option you have is to overpay for something and, for one corporation owned by, the wealthiest people in the world to just make more money off of you by fleecing you.
You either pay...
It's the illusion of choice.
You either pay the smaller amount for the store brand made by the same people and feel like you're getting a deal, or you buy the name brand from the same people and feel like you're getting quality.
Right. Right.
And it's all the same product.
You're paying more for the illusion of getting a better product.
This one has the bears on it.
My dad used to work for Nally's here in Tacoma. They are famous for making chili. The Nally's chili brand it's a name brand. It used to be a local regional thing. It's sold everywhere now. It is just a name now. The Nally's factory no longer exists. It stopped being the Nally's factory about 25, 30 years ago. It was bought out by Bird's Eye Foods, which is a national corporation conglomerate who is owned by I don't know who, but somebody, probably Procter & Gamble or fucking Nestle, one or the other. I mean, there's only 3 fucking companies, right?
Yeah.
But he was a boiler operator, so he wasn't on like the production line, but he, worked there for a while. And so he knew like it was one batch and it would go down like 3 different lines. This would be the Nally's brand. This would be the Great Value brand. This would be the fucking, Kroger brand. But they all came out of the same goddamn factory. It was, but here it is, like, oh, this is the Nally's brand. This is your local thing that that is Tacoma born, like, because the company had such a history in the city and employed so many people throughout generations of people worked at the Nally factory, right? It was like one of the biggest places in Tacoma until maybe 30 years ago or so. And so it's that illusion of choice that if you pay more money you get a better quality product. But if you don't have the money, then you get an inferior product, but it's the same goddamn product.
Yep.
Although I swear, if you buy a can of like Dole or Green Giant, like green beans versus like the store brand, like you get less of the like stems, the hard stems or whatever. So maybe there's some truth to that, but
Mr. Sesame
by and large,
Seed.
But by and large, like it's the same goddamn thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right, so that is capitalism's greatest lie, is the illusion of choice. The only choice you have is the Sophie's choice.
So Fontaine's given up.
We're beating this into the audience, right?
Well, I mean that's what I'm here to do.
It's the only way to do it. Yeah.
And I'm glad you're here with me.
There's no subtlety here. That subtlety went out the window.
Yo-Yo's still in it. Yo-Yo doesn't want to fucking go out like this. Right. And she doesn't want Fontaine to go out like this, but Fontaine, he's been beat down, And so he's given up. And she even tries a last ditch thing. It's a classic. It's a tried and true method of saying that he's too much of a pussy.
Yeah.
And you'd almost think that would be the point, because that's that's like a classic movie bit where like the person, is like, well, I guess you're just a fucking bitch, aren't you? And then they're like, what the fuck did you say to me? I'll show you. I'll do the thing.
Nobody calls me yellow.
But no, Fontaine's done. He's like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It is such a moment to just like see this guy like this fucking beaten down.
Because this guy had fire. Like,
he did. And it's rough. And so she leaves, and he's trying, I think, in this point to like start living his life more, and so he's trying to go to his mom for presumably for advice, because he doesn't know what the fuck to do anymore.
Right. And so he knocks on her bedroom door, and she just says, I'm watching my stories. And you can hear a TV in the background. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, but Mom, can you just open the door? I need to talk to you. And there's a pause. And then she says, no, I'm good. I already ate, or something like that. Yeah. Which is like the exact line that she said at the beginning of the movie when he offered her a fucking sandwich.
Just a canned response.
A canned response. So he kicks down the door, which, if I forgot to count, he kicks down a lot of doors in this movie.
He does kick down some doors.
He's damn good at it. He's got the fireman kick,
I feel like we get around like at least like 4 or so.
Yeah.
Because actually no, he doesn't kick in. He doesn't kick Slick's door down, but he does kick the trap house in twice.
Yeah, twice.
And his
mom's. That should have been his first clue when like he went back the next day and the door was on. The door was there. He had to kick it down again. But
what does
so
he
kicks
find?
Down a fucking tape player.
And it's like a reel-to-reel or something going on.
Yeah,
it's very weird. It's like built in. Yeah. It looks like it's just a little thing on the desk, but I think it's also built in under the desk or something. Yeah. I don't understand.
And it's an empty room with just a desk with a fucking tape player on the top of it. And it's got a TV noise playing, and then the mom says, oh, so-and-so had fish fry and I'm still full. Yeah. And, it's repeating the same words that you heard the mom say through the bedroom door earlier. And he throws the thing across the room, and then he just collapses against the wall and, is sobbing. Which, I mean, holy shit. Like, not only is he like, he's grappling with an existential crisis of, he knows that he's a clone, but is he a clone of himself? Is he his, how much of him is really him?
Right.
And, he has these memories, like he knows like, okay, his brother had died, and that was like, he loved his brother, and he always looks at a picture of his brother, Ronnie. And like, that comes up several times in the movie. And, and then like, his very, very brief exchanges with his mom through the bedroom door, which turns out to not even be fucking real. Like, holy shit. Like, that is the part of the hero's journey where he, finds the power to get back up.
Yep.
I forget what that's called. Somewhere in my notebook here, I have the entire hero's journey thing. But
I mean, this isn't quite the part that gets him. Because after this,
it's the road back is what it's the ninth step.
he's on the road back. He's definitely taking his first steps there.
Right. The ordeal is the hero's greatest challenge.
Yes.
The reward in the form of knowledge, insight, or powerful object. So that's kind of where he's at now. He's like going through the ordeal. About to be on the road back. Yes.
Meanwhile, Yo-Yo.
On the other side of town.
On the other side of town. Yo-Yo is on some Nancy Drew shit.
Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, she has an envelope that is addressed to the Washington Post.
Yes. Of course it's the Washington Post.
Yep. She's got like a pea coat on. And
and a hat.
Yep, like a sun hat that's kind of tilted down, covering her face a little bit, sunglasses and shit. She's being,
and she drops this envelope into a blue postal box,
and then she's instantly recognized by one of the other women on the street.
Right, and then she's trying to run off, and then a mysterious SUV pulls up and disappears her.
Yes. Flashback to Fontaine sitting on the stoop, and his little homie from the beginning shows up.
Yeah. What was that little homie's name? Do you remember?
I don't remember if they ever gave him one. Did they give him a name?
I thought they did.
They may have. I can find it somewhere.
Well, anyway, so little bro is just like hey, Fontaine, you crying? Holy shit, you are crying. and so he sits down with him and he gives him like it's the opposite of like an after school special. Where like, the older mentor like sits down on the porch stoop next to the little guy, puts his arm around, says, "Hey, little buddy,
right?
Why is it so glum? What's going on? Junebug, that's the kid's name. Yeah, and
this kid also mostly relates through the medium of SpongeBob. And that's
every kid.
He's got a wealth of parables in the form of SpongeBob episodes.
You are a Squidward.
Talking about an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick are crying, and they're like,
and they couldn't stop crying.
They can't stop crying. They're just shooting water out of their eyes everywhere. and
then he squirts Fontaine in the face with his Capri Sun pouch, which. It brings levity to the whole situation, and it's
like he seems annoyed at first because he's clearly in his darkest hour here, and this kid's fucking with him. Right. And then he takes the Capri Sun and starts drinking, and the kid pulls another one out of his bag, immediately pops it open.
Right, and I think that's when I think Fontaine realizes that okay, this isn't just about me and my problems. Like, here's this little ass kid that is going through shit. I have been subjecting this kid to, the horrors of my world. He doesn't need that. He doesn't deserve that. But what other choice does he have? He's in this trap too. He just hasn't reached the point where he starts, his own dark path.
Yeah. And he even says that he reminds him of someone. He doesn't say who.
Right.
But it's pretty obvious that he is referring to his own brother, who we find out, even though it wasn't his brother per se, he's a clone. But that the original him, his brother died in gang violence. And, he's now realizing that he doesn't want that for this kid. He doesn't want to just continue the cycle. Like the man wants him to. Despite the man also questioning at every turn why he continues this cycle while the man continues the cycle.
Yeah.
So he decides he's going back out. And of course, who does he go to first? Because he doesn't know where Yo-Yo is.
Fontaine is for the children.
Fontaine is for the children.
He is.
So he hits up Slick.
He hits up Slick. Hey, you seen Yo-Yo? No, I haven't.
Slick, also, he's not feeling the best either. He's not taking care of himself. He's not Slick. He hasn't showered. He hasn't showered. He's just not. Yeah. He's not himself. He can't.
He's wearing like a fucking robe and like some sweats or something.
Yeah.
He's the dude now. He's gone full Lebowski.
He's found out that he's in the same boat as Fontaine, and he doesn't like it. And but he hasn't quite. He doesn't seem to have the gumption at this point to do something about it, or to even just go back to his normal life.
Right.
That's that's a rough place to be.
Yeah, he hasn't conceded to going back into his loop, into his cycle, but also he doesn't see any point in trying to get out of it either. He's in a liminal state.
But now, Fontaine's here, and if there's something that Fontaine's about to do, drag Slick back the fuck into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they look for Yo-Yo, and they're asking around on the street, and the girl that saw her, of course, you know, she needs some money before she's going to say anything.
Of course.
Of course. That's how the game works. So they find out
that Slick real quick has to wash up and get back in Slick mode before they can go.
Right. Yeah. He couldn't be seen on the streets.
Nah.
In Lebowski. He had to get back to his Players Ball Pimp of the Year, right? he had won that. I forget what year he said, but yeah. So they find out that Yo-Yo has been abducted by the. Does this corporation even have a name? Or this? They don't really say it.
I don't think so.
It's just
the man.
It's just the man. So then they're like, what are we going to do? Fontaine wants to just run in, you know, guns blazing. Mm-hmm. And Slick, in a very, very unusual but heroic fashion, has an idea.
Indeed.
And this idea, and they do a cool trick cinematically with kind of like lunging you into, you know, the scene of Fontaine going to Isaac and asking for help, explains the situation.
Slick says, like, you're not going to like it.
Yeah. And then Isaac says, fuck no, I'm not going to help you, and then shoots him. And you think, oh shit, okay, so that didn't work.
They shoot him and then just dump his body on the sidewalk.
Right, which immediately gets picked up, of course. But then it flashes back to Slick telling Fontaine the plan. And the plan is... it's pretty involved.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he even does he start it with like, you've been shot before? Or like,
yeah, something like that.
Like he looks at him like, are you fucking serious?
It's just in the shoulder. Okay. But yeah, so they start spreading word throughout the neighborhood to everybody.
I love the way that
all the major players.
I love the communication methods, but even just the first one where Fontaine goes up to the guy that he ran down at the beginning and hands him a band of $1,000. Like he grabs him like he's about to fuck him up.
Send this message.
Yeah, he's like, send this message to Isaac. And then as he's walking away, he's like, fuck you. Just to make sure that it looks good, because they know that they're being watched.
They know they're being watched and everything is being monitored. So they conduct most of their communiques in cars with prostitutes, simulating sexual acts, not actually doing anything, but like, you know, from the outside it would look like that's happening. But they're telling the women to pass this message to this. Okay. And then, Isaac said this. And then Fontaine's like, okay, we'll tell Isaac this. And that's how they are getting their communications
across. It's an amazing montage. And then you get
such a cool montage.
And then it cuts to Isaac practicing his lines.
There's some Bill Nye motherfuckers down there.
Right? And the other guy, he's like, yeah, that was good. He was like, what was it? Like Book of Eli or Training Day? Book of Eli. All right, let's do it again.
Yeah. Right. So the plan was to get Fontaine shot, and then he was going to play dead and be whisked away back to the lab. And then when his body has been left in the lab, then he would sneak out of his body bag and basically get the doors open. He would, you know, find somebody and hack the doors open. Meanwhile,
Slick's getting the gang out there together. All of the gang.
He's raising the cavalry. He is riding with the roof down, gun in the air, in this fucking
rolling
gold
down the
everywhere
street
Cadillac.
in his 6'4".
Right? With all his homies saying, we got your back. Yeah. They round
it seems like
the
he's
cavalry.
also like just calling out like to the cameras as well as he's passing by. He's like, we're taking over the whole city.
Yep. And so they go to the We Got Drinks liquor store and they knock on the glass and point the guns, a whole lot of guns, Even the guy with the always holding the fan, he's got a shotgun that he pumps with one hand while his fan is in his face in the other hand.
I love that guy so much.
That guy's so good.
And I love that Slick is like, where's the elevator down to the labs? And the guy doesn't say anything. And he makes a motion and nothing happens.
Oh, yeah.
And he does it again. And he's like, he looks back at the guy. He's like, come on. And the guy's like, oh, okay.
Do the thing.
And just fires the gun at the roof.
Yeah. So then that's where the elevator is in the liquor store. So they go down the elevator.
There's one in basically every single place that they're monitoring.
Right.
Because that's how they ended up in the club earlier, was from an elevator that went up through there.
Right. They went in through the church and came out through the strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they go in there guns blazing. I mean, there's scores of people with guns just going in and
honestly,
lighting up the place.
The place doesn't really have a robust security presence, so to speak.
No,
they have Jack Bauer and that one guy whose name I can't remember. Chester, who is just another clone of...
he's just a Dubot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, man, that's right. They have Yo-Yo in one of the padded rooms. And Jack Bauer is reading through her file that she was going to send to the post.
Her dossier. Yeah.
And I mean, he's impressed with it. You know,
she's got it all laid out.
Complimenting her journalism and all that stuff. So she's got a future, you know?
She does. If she could ever, not be forced into street work.
Exactly. And
she's a smart girl.
And so they were going
good things going on.
And here's the thing. You'll never catch me saying that black women with straight hair don't look fine as fuck, because they do. I knew somebody, I used to work with somebody, I believe, who would perm and straighten her hair. And damn, it looked good. But
are you saying straighter is greater?
No. Straightening Yo-Yo's hair, especially against her will, is fucking criminal.
Criminal, absolutely.
Because she looked goddamn good.
Right. But also, now I don't know, it doesn't really, because it doesn't show before she gets abducted. But they're putting the perm cream in her hair, and they're thinking that it's working, it's subduing her or whatever. But it had no effect on her because she was wearing a wig.
Yes, which is actually brought up earlier in the movie.
Is it?
Yes, because Slick says at one point, he said, I can't remember exactly what he said. He said he would jump up out of his pimp suit or whatever and slap her wig off of her and sit back down before his suit could fold.
So at that point, I was wondering did she intentionally wear a wig that day because she figured she might get abducted and they would use the perm cream on her? Or is it just that she wore wigs all the time? Because, let's face it, a lot of black women do.
They do.
A lot of white women do. It's a thing.
Wigs are a look, man.
But they are. They're absolutely a look. But also how these guys are putting the perm cream, she's been in custody for a while and they have put her through some shit and they're putting the perm cream in her wig. Wouldn't they know?
No, because you have that shit pinned,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I suppose that they're probably not really investigating, really looking close. They're just look, they're
a bunch of white guys. They don't fucking know.
Yeah, we just got to put this shit in this girl's hair. God, it fucking sucks.
When you wear a wig regularly like that, you know how to fucking secure that thing. Especially in her line of work, it's got to stay on.
Oh, yeah. The perm cream has no effect on her because she's wearing a wig. It doesn't soak into her scalp.
Yeah, and they managed to bust her out.
Yeah,
and
then
Slick's got a gun for her.
Yeah, exactly. And they are lighting the place up. But except for Fontaine, because he gets knocked the fuck out by Chester and dragged into boss level.
Yes.
Where he meets the person who he is a clone of.
Yes.
Who we find out is quite old. He's probably in his 60s, I would say.
I'd even go 70s.
Yeah, quite possibly. And he is a scientist, a chemist of some sort. This whole operation is not 100% of his doing, but like he is a major player. Like he was the innovator of the technology that they are using to program all these people
And turn them white.
He reveals he has they look like test tubes on the wall with bodies in them, but it actually looks more like the old evolution scale of the monkey to man. And it's a black man, and then a slightly less black man, and then a slightly less black man, and then a white person that might slightly be black, and then it's a white man.
Yep.
With blonde hair.
It is.
And that is what he is trying to do.
That's the reveal.
That's the reveal, is he is the Republican, the black Republican.
Yep.
He is trying to assimilate his people because he thinks that's the only way to lift his people up out of their situation that was perpetrated by the white people. The only way to fix that situation is to become the white people that have impoverished them and enslaved them historically.
You just want to be the boot.
Their culture. They want to be the boot that they are licking.
Billions in
which
research.
Is also,
billions in research, and you still can't come up with uplifting communities through direct aid. Goddamn.
No, because when you are licking a boot, your only goal is to be the boot that other people are licking. Right? It's the alpha male syndrome.
Yeah.
Like nobody that claims to be an alpha male is actually an alpha male, because they are all worshiping and licking the boot of some other man.
Of course.
And that is the patriarchy's greatest lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because the patriarchy is not just subjugating women; it's also subjugating men to be obedient to the
not
the
allowed to
male
feel
model.
things, not allowed
Right.
to just be in touch with anything, not allowed to even
Right.
just experiment with what it means to be you.
Right. It's no, you have to be this, and you have to respect authority, and you have to do what you're told. And well, because, it sucks to be, abused and to be subjugated. So we're going to, in turn for you being obedient to the patriarchy, your reward is that you get to subject women to torture, which is going to make you feel like you're the boot.
Fuck, what the hell was that I was watching? My Name is Earl.
Yes, I love that show.
There's an episode where they end up at a college, and this is his brother Randy, right? That's his brother's name?
Yes.
Randy ends up in a fraternity with a bunch of guys, and they're doing hazing ritual stuff.
Ethan Suplee.
Yeah.
Is the actor's name. Yeah.
And they're doing hazing rituals. And at one point he's like, so like, why are you doing all of this stuff to people? Like, this like really sucks to do to other people. He's like, and they're like, well, I mean, that's what the guys did to us whenever we were freshies. He's like, so why don't you like get them back instead of continuing this whole thing? And like,
because you
yeah.
can't, or you don't think you can, because those people still hold power over you.
I watched,
and that's the cycle of abuse. That's why, men who get shit on at their job go home and beat their wife and kids. And then their kids grow up knowing only violence and knowing only to, ridicule and abuse people that you deem weaker than yourself, because that is the only power that you are allowed.
Yep. And, at some point, you just have to acknowledge that the thing that someone else got to, quote unquote, got to do to you isn't something that you should just continue doing. Sometimes that has to be the last time someone's going to do something, because it's just fucking wrong, Right. And maybe you feel a little bit bad because you didn't get to feel the thrill of beating the shit out of someone powerless for no fucking reason. But you know what?
Right.
Maybe you don't need to feel that, and there are better things to feel.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the boomer mentality and the greatest generation mentality of, oh well, I had to go through all this, oh, everybody gets bullied in school, it's just a rite of passage. Of course you're going to get bullied in school, everybody does, just accept it.
No,
that doesn't mean just because you had a shitty childhood does not mean that your children need to have a shitty childhood.
There are certain things that I kind of recognize that, am I ever going to get to like unload 1,000 minigun rounds into a fucking Dodge Charger in the middle of a field and watch it blow up? No. Do I have to do that? No. Is there a reason for me to do it? No. Is there a reason anyone has ever done that? No. There really isn't.
No.
At some point, sometimes you just have to kind of acknowledge that maybe there's some things that you're not going to get to do, and you don't have to, and that's fine. Yeah. You can do something else. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, and there's always video games.
There's always video games, dog.
Yeah. I mean, we have the technology. But we're getting off topic, but not really off topic.
True. Well, meanwhile, Jack Bauer is Jack Bauer's in a 1v2 against Yo-Yo and Slick. Yeah. And Yo-Yo has Slick do a little flanking maneuver. Because,
right.
Because Jack Bauer does not realize, I think, that Slick is there. He thinks Yo-Yo's on her own. Right. So he's closing in on her. Every time she goes to peek out, he's taking shots. She's like, oh, shit. So Slick comes up out of nowhere, goes to choke out Jack Bauer.
Well, first he tried to shoot him, but he was out of bullets.
He was out of bullets, but he didn't notice.
So then he had to come up. So then he's like, you could see the wheels turning.
The slick brain continues.
The slick brain continues. And like all through the beginning of the movie, like this guy just seems like a dumbass, right? Mm-hmm. But the point where he makes the plan to get Fontaine into the lab, like all of a sudden you realize this dude is smart as hell, right? Like this dude's got
can wheel and deal. It's part of his thing. You don't make it on the streets like that without some kind of,
Yeah.
So he goes for the flank. He goes to choke him out. But
and fails.
But yeah, it's fucking Jack Bauer, man. He's he's fueled by anger and hatred. In this movie, actually, he's kind of fueled by a bit of a jovial mood. He doesn't quite have that same hopeless fury of a Jack Bauer.
He is like the epitome of like the
he's like the
guy.
What's that?
He's like the epitome of your ICE agent or your Patriot front guy or your Proud Boy. He's because, he is doing this because he loves it.
Yes.
Like his job is to torture and threaten
subjugate
people lesser than him. And to him, it's not just like I have to do this to survive. To him, it's like, this is the greatest thing ever.
It's the love of the game for him all the way.
It's the love of the game.
So
he gives him the old hip toss, knocks him to the ground, and
in a very white man way, comments that it's Krav Maga. It's the most rich white dude thing ever. Every tech bro in the world is like, Krav Maga.
Yeah. And so Slick is on the ground, and you kind of wonder, I mean, just with that one fucking toss, really, that's he's not getting up. But I mean, the gun's been taken out of his hands, but you think, okay, so you're just laying there now? Okay.
He's
whatever.
Down for the count.
Yeah. So then Jack Bauer gets Yo-Yo to come out and
throw the gun.
You think that throw the gun. She's kind of, she's out of options. So she's basically submitting. She's like, okay. But then she looks down and something is suspicious. Something seems off. The camera pans on Slick. He is bare knuckled.
She throws the gun behind Jack Bauer. She throws it past him.
Yeah. Right. And and Slick is not moving.
Yes.
And Slick also, she notices, does not have any rings on his finger. does not have a gold chain on.
That just ain't slick.
That's not slick. So she starts to think, okay, I'm going to go along with this. And so then she's stalling as much as possible. And she's talking about how
Jack says, I don't know what you ever saw in him.
Oh, because he's
slick.
He's so slick, right? And then you get the reveal that was just one of the clones.
Yes.
That Slick now blows the back of fucking Sutherland's head off. Yeah, and he's in his boxers and fucking t-shirt, but with a gold chain and all of his rings.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's still looking fresh. I mean, come on.
Of course. So then they're done with that. So they free all the clones.
Free the clones.
And pan back to Fontaine and the real Fontaine, I guess. Doesn't say if his name is Fontaine or not, but I suppose it probably is.
He reveals that like the brother that was his real brother. The part of the memory that he did not pass on was whenever he found his brother dead. With like it had been long enough that the blood had dried on him.
Yeah,
and he had cleaned it himself, and it was like this whole thing. Like that was the point that made him start to do this, because he felt like the only way that he could possibly prevent gang violence from taking another person's kid was this assimilation plan.
Right.
And
which, honestly, that's a pretty fucking weak motivation. I mean, not the motivation, like the
right.
Like the motivation is, I mean, obviously, like you don't want that to happen to anybody else.
Yeah.
But
the solution is not
yeah,
congruent.
his solution, his way out. No, like what?
But I mean, that's the thing.
That was his rationale. Apparently,
I mean, he feels like if everyone's white, then all of a sudden that uplifts the community to a point where there's no gang violence. They're not running around in the streets doing all that shooty stuff.
Right.
And I mean, that's the same. It's all the same rationale that his entire character was inspired from in real life. And
yeah.
So,
but again, what it's not what it is addressing, but it's addressing between the lines. Like it's still like presented, like his rationale is presented as a race thing, which it is. It absolutely is.
Yes.
But as mentioned in like what would seem to be a throwaway line by Kiefer Sutherland's character earlier in the movie, like it's not just them. It's not just the black people in that neighborhood. Like they have experiments going on everywhere.
Yep. In
Chicago, in LA, in New York, in the barrios, in Chinatown. Like this is, like I said earlier, it is a class thing where like, they're going to the ghettos of everywhere they can. And, not just, getting the black communities, but also getting the Asian communities, getting the Hispanic communities, getting, I would presume, even the white communities where, people are in poverty. And
going into the trailer parks.
Right, the trailer parks. Right, because where there is a lot of crime, there's a lot of drug use, there's a lot of poverty. And gee, I wonder why all three of those things are happening in the same place.
Huh.
But
can't imagine.
So yeah.
Fontaine?
Yeah. So Fontaine,
he ain't having it, No,
so he lets older real him go on with his villain's monologue.
Yep. He says, "So what? Just go to sleep one night, wake up blonde-haired, blue-eyed the next."
Right. But no, of course it'll take generations for it to fully happen. And that's like, oh my god!
And that's that's also the reveal of the the lab techs and the chicken place manager,
the manager at the chicken
that
place,
they are all
the guy that worked at the liquor store.
They're all still clones of him.
They are like the next evolution of clones that are de-blacking. They are assimilations. And he even said, like, we're getting pretty good, but the problem is the hair. Which, oh my God. But yeah. So then Fontaine has a bit of trickery, and because Chester is there and he knows that Chester is programmed with voice commands, he uses the Olympia Black voice command and has him shoot the scientist, the real Fontaine.
Yeah, because he says, I'm not a clone. That doesn't work on me. And he says,
nope, but he is. Yep. And then boom, bullet to the brain. And I mean, poor Chester. He's just now left there standing frozen.
Yeah, he literally is still just pointing the gun at him whenever he leaves.
Doesn't know anything else to do. So then, all the clones are running out of the laboratory. All the people that went in there to free them are all coming out. And you get this really, weird scene. You get all these, naked men and women coming out of the lab, and they're all, like covering themselves.
And you have all told through a news.
Tits and ass.
Get a news report montage.
The news report, and of course, it's some generically white news reporter. And so it's on the news. You get like this weird montage of like showing news reports from all over the country of apparently, like, we're being told they're clones, and like all these poor clones, they just like, they have blank expression, they don't say anything, they have no idea what they're doing. But the community members are.
Yeah, you have like people who are giving like these, like, it sounds crazy, like you just like would see like the insane person on the street on the news report saying something crazy, but it's like, nope, they're saying what's actually happening here.
Right. Yeah. And then you're seeing, all the people in the community giving blankets and clothes and water and food to all these clones that just, mysteriously came out of nowhere. And, and that's brought up that, the charity of this community, is, really fantastic, blah, blah, blah. And so then there's like people all over the country watching this news. And then of course you get a little bit of, the last scene with Fontaine and Slick and Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo says that she's going to go to Memphis and she's going to try to become a journalist or something, a detective, something. And then Slick says that he's gonna think about retiring too, and maybe Memphis sounds pretty good. And then Fontaine is just like, well, I'm only a few days old. Maybe I should see the world. Memphis sounds good.
Because they're also talking about. They're also mentioning that there are other places where this is happening.
Yes.
That
right.
They might as well see what they can do to help. So, because who knows how to handle this better than the people that just did.
Right. So then it cuts to and then you think the movie's over, and then you get a replay, almost basically a shot for shot of the very beginning opening scenes of the movie, but it's a different actor.
It's still John Boyega.
Was it John Boyega? Okay,
his facial hair
stuff was a little different.
Yeah, his hair's different. He's got some tats and stuff, but it's still John Boyega.
Okay. So he wakes up in bed, makes a sandwich, talks to his mom through the door, goes to the liquor store, talks to a different homeless guy.
Scratch
on
off,
the street.
he loses.
Yeah,
that was another bit. That was another bit because it's the scratchers.
You always lose.
Yeah, because I've never seen a scratcher like this where you only scratch off one thing and it determines like there's supposed to be a win in there somewhere. I guess a 1 in 4.
There was a couple of them on the card.
Yeah, but like you're only supposed to scratch off one thing and it determines if you win or lose. But whenever at one point Fontaine scratches off all 4 and they all say you lose. Which I don't see scratchers like that. Most of them you scratch everything and it's just a scan to see if you win. But this one, it seems like it's one where it's a 1 in 4 chance you're supposed to have a win somewhere on there. But this other Fontaine lookalike goes through his day exactly like Fontaine.
And it's in L.A. It does establish that it's in L.A.
And he sits down.
And the radio, his alarm clock for the radio, it says, good morning, L.A., whatever, blah, blah. Here's the new hit from Ruckus.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And it's a song that is like, it has the most just like cheesy white person wrote this lyrics about like, I'm a gangster gonna do violence. Go do violence like a gangster does.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then he sits down to watch the news with his crew, and they are talking about another one of these here places where all these people are walking out of this facility out of nowhere with no clothes on and stuff. And they get a shot of one of the people there. Looks an awful lot like the dude we were just following for the whole morning. And one of his buddies turns around to him and says, Ain't that you, Tyrone? And that's where we get it. That's the
end of the movie, and that wraps up. It just shows him. He's like, got a puzzled look on his face, and that's the end.
God damn.
Yeah,
it's just
fucking incredible,
brilliant. From just frame one on, every single fucking frame is just incredible. All of the music that isn't like, you know, the mind control generic music is so good. It's all really movie. Good. It's fantastic.
And like, I mean, just some of the cinematography, like you get some shots, like when when Fontaine is getting shot.
Yes. The still shot
that whole
from the seat,
the passenger side of the car. The entire scene is from the passenger seat of the car, a still camera, and it shows him getting shot, falling into the vehicle, struggling, trying to get the car into gear, trying to get out, and the camera does not move. Right. It's so chilling and so stirring to just have it on that.
There is something really visceral about that kind of thing. Like not having all of these, you know, shot changes and stuff, and just having it from that one, it makes camera. It feel so fucking real. It's bonkers.
It really brings it right into your perspective of just, you know, you're witnessing it, like you're right there and you're seeing this crazy shit happening, and it's just right there. You don't get the privilege of seeing it from another angle or seeing what actually happened. You just see him being lit the fuck up.
Yeah. It's just the writing, everything that, like, it is really hard to undersell how fucking good this movie was.
And I mentioned the dialogue earlier. The dialogue it's so good. It's like,
or,
you know, sometimes you watch them
overstate
or undersell.
It's
oversell.
Late.
Yeah, it's late. We mentioned at the beginning of the episode that it wasn't late. Now it's late.
Yes,
because we do what we do, and we talk forever about these things. Because there's so much to pull from this movie, and the cinematography is beautiful and, like you said, visceral at times. And the dialogue is so good. Like, the dialogue is believable. Like, you watch some movies and, like, it just, everything feels scripted, you know, or like certain conversations don't really feel natural. This has, like, the people are talking, like, to each other or, you know, interacting, and, like, all the conversations are totally believable. Like, you can imagine that this would be happening, like, you know, at a restaurant that you would go to, and there would be people talking, like, you know, like, or like how you and your friends would talk to each other. Like, the dialogue is so natural.
It feels so more clever than quippy. Like, it's not. It doesn't have that quippy kind of dialogue. It is
right.
It is
where, like,
real
everybody
people
has a smart ass comeback, you know, for every line, or like, oh, this is a funny line. This is a funny line. It's just like, no, like, the humor is in the situations most of the time.
They're very just naturally funny people.
Right. Like, it's in the, you know, like, these people know each other and they know how each person ticks. Yeah. And the humor lies in that, and, like, them pushing each other's buttons.
They play off each other so fucking well. And again, a lot of just the physical comedy stuff. Isaac with the fucking gun is so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about that for forever because that is just such. It's 2 seconds of a movie, but it's so brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
So they cloned Tyrone.
They cloned Tyrone.
This is a must watch.
Absolutely.
I think for everybody. I don't know how to give movie ratings, but I would rate this very, very highly. Like, I think, like, out of 10, I would give it at least a 9. I mean, like 9.5. I mean, this is a damn good movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that I thought was cheap or forced or generic or like. There's nothing I would change about this movie. Like,
Well, I mean, it is basically just the hero's journey.
I mean, it's just Star Wars, right? Yeah.
God.
Incredible movie. I can't say it enough. My kid watched this movie and put it on for me a couple months ago, and I was busy at the time. I wasn't able to actually sit down and watch the whole thing, but just being in and out of it and just kind of like asking like, what the hell just happened? And, fill me in. And so like, I was like, okay, I need to rewatch this movie. I need to watch this like and really sit down and focus because there is something going on here. This is a one part blaxploitation, one part Boys in the Hood, juice, whatever you want to call it, kind of movie. And it's also like, it's got some X-Files shit going on in it. And that even gets mentioned in the movie
It does.
at some point. Yeah. But the social commentary that this movie does and the point of systemic racism and, late stage capitalism, colonialism, all of that is so front and center in the movie. Like, at least not in the very beginning of the movie. Like you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
But once it hits you with it, it never lets up. It is like jamming it down your throat.
And it's so effortlessly done. Like,
yes, because it's honest. It's being honest about the stereotypes that, that white American culture gives to Black culture and Black communities and, gang violence and,
and it's not sitting here going like, all of that is fine. It's like, no, it's grappling with the idea of how badly all of this stuff hurts the community, but also why it fucking happens, why it can't stop in the way, like the way that things are. Yeah. And how it's almost encouraged, almost like maybe there might be a sketch somewhere by a certain sketch comedy group about drugs being introduced into certain communities.
Well, I mean, Jack Bauer said to Fontaine that, we need you in this neighborhood. We need you selling drugs. We need the pimp. We need all the seedy criminal behavior happening here in order for our experiment to work.
Yep.
And
the classic bit of somebody has to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's capitalism, baby.
Woo. So that's what They Cloned Tyrone.
They Cloned Tyrone. And it's great that we don't know Tyrone until the end of the movie.
Right. we even said before, like you were like is there anyone named Tyrone in this? And I was thinking about it, and my perspective was just that it was the stand-in name that any white guy would use for, a Black person. It's just that's like one of the go-to names that a racist will throw out to refer to a Black person.
Right.
And no, he was a real guy. There he was at the end.
Yeah. At the end. And it's the way it's framed and the way it ends with that last scene being a duplicate of the first scene, but a different person in a different town, but the situation is exactly the same. It almost is like the movie would, like, you could imagine, like, if Tyrone hadn't seen that news report, like, his journey would be the exact same as Fontaine's. Like, we would be seeing the same movie. You know? It's just like, yeah, it's incredible. So,
well, thank you very much for bringing this movie to me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching it with me.
Absolutely,
it was a fun watch. I know we waxed for a long time about how heavy the themes are in this movie, and they are. But it's still, like, it manages to still be a fun watch.
Very fun watch.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. It's not like a preachy movie, like, you know, where, like, oh God, you know,
it's
like,
also
it's such a drag.
It's also not like black tragedy. Like, this is
right.
This is saying, like, there's something that we can do. It's not going to be fucking easy, but like, you know, the idea behind the whole research thing was this idea of unity between the races and stuff. But it is,
and the only way to eliminate the only way to eliminate the race war, the only way to eliminate racism and systemic racism and racial problems and people, you know, not getting along. The only way to solve that problem is if everybody's the same.
But
then you wouldn't have any differences for people to fight over, right?
But then
if everybody's just the same.
But then the real solution is a real unity of people coming together to say, no, fuck you, and overthrow this system that is keeping them in this perpetual state.
Right. And they show in the closing, kind of, I guess it's the closing segment, the
epilogue, if you will.
Not really before the epilogue.
Okay.
Where the news is shown through. Yeah, it's being shown through the lens of the news reports and stuff, but you're seeing all the, you know, the newly freed clones, and you're seeing the community, like, being together, having unity within that community, offering aid and help to all these people, even though they don't have much to give themselves. They are willing to give a blanket and give food to these people who need it. This
aid, which is mutual in a way.
Mutual, yeah, it's like mutual aid. And like we were talking about how it's you can't expect anybody to help others if they themselves are, you know, like your analogy of being on a plane, you know, like if you are unconscious or dead, you can't help anybody. So you need to help you need to take care of yourself first.
Secure your mask.
Is true. Right. And you can't lift other people out of poverty when you are poor. Like, you know, it's like you see all these like big, you know, nonprofits and charities and stuff. And like, they use this, like, sometimes they use this like guilt thing. Like, well, you know, it's a big thing like with churches and church programs and stuff. Like, you have to, you know, if you want to help these people, you have to give money, you have to donate money. But like, you can't donate money when you are living paycheck to paycheck. If you yourself don't have an extra dime to spare, how can you help anybody else? And that's, and that is capitalism's biggest lie, is that you need money to help people. You don't need money to help people. What you need is compassion. And you need, okay, well, I have this, I can give you this. I don't have money, but I have a blanket. I can give you a blanket.
There's,
you know, like, I don't have anything to give you, but I can offer you, you know, companionship and, you know, company. I can, you know, there are ways to help.
You can't rely on this generous big hand from above coming down to save you. But what we can do is be that helping hand for others and lift each other up, you know?
Right. And if the whole community is doing it, then it, you know,
the power of that is immeasurable.
Yes. Yeah. So, Shmeven, my good friend, this was a very great movie watch, and this was very great chat. And in classic Shmeev and Jeremy fashion, we went really long on this.
Indeed.
We are at well over 2.5 hours now since we started recording, not to mention the 2.5 hours of the movie.
Do you have any plugs that you want to give real quick?
Yeah, sure. I host a radio style podcast called Grit City Punk. I interview and play music from local bands to my Tacoma area and the PNW in general, Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, what have you. That is bi-weekly, and it's a lot of fun if you're into punk music or hardcore or DIY music or, interviews with musicians and artists. Give me a try.
This guy's out here doing the fucking shit for his local community. He's putting on for his city. He's doing it all, man.
I'm doing the thing. I'm giving what I can for the community to uplift the youth and the underrepresented artists in my community. And, it's a lot of fucking fun too.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, thank you. Aside from that, that's basically all I'm doing. So that's my plug. That and, the ICP with Wee Boys are still doing the thing. I don't really know what they're doing now. It seems to be more of a... they just do whatever the hell they want now. They just have episodes where they just talk and
just like me
things, and yeah. So it's cool. Give them a follow as well.
Yeah. You all know where to find me. The UPC Discord is the main place where you can find both of us, in fact.
Both of us, yeah.
And I'm on the blue ski, but whatever. I'm around.
Yeah.
But I've done enough outros. It doesn't matter. We'll get back to the regular ones maybe if I start recording with Mike again. Well, we're going to someday, maybe, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Mike's a busy guy. He's
exactly. Yeah. So with all of that, I think it's time for us to finish our motherfucking.
Yeah, and this is a reminder. I like to close out my show with a reminder to, stay hydrated, take care of each other, and, tear down the patriarchy.
Hell yeah, dog.
Peace out, yo! Killer hipster. Pencil to the neck, razor to the inner tube, bullet to your disrespect. I hate your hipster attitude. Your whole shot say, walking like you own us with your whole passe. Dance around the issue, riding an OVA, but you get broke for that French shit, so casse. And you can put that in your lit magazine, tumbler blow. Eat it with the bacon off your farm fresh hoe. Sip it like kombucha, hope your last meal suit ya. Do good